Good morning, good morning, good morning. How we all doing? Welcome to Scorpio season. Here's what this means. Here's why you want to check and tune in. And before we go anywhere, I want to just kind of set it off and get the vibration right. Bang. So what that does is it actually allows us to kind of just set the frequency. All right. We're going to take a little second because we're about to go off. All right. We're about to talk a little bit about betrayal. Today, we're going to talk about what you can expect in this season, this Scorpio season. And I'm telling you right now, betrayal is on the list. All right. And it is not coming because somebody across from you has betrayed you. This is not what Scorpio season is about. It's not coming because of that. You know, recognize that betrayal is oftentimes based off of an illusion that we had of somebody else, especially somebody that we cared about. Okay, generally these things are created from ideals. So you know, let's say me, for an example, had an ideal of not just who my ex-girlfriend was, but probably all my ex-girlfriends. I had an ideal about who they were. And so betrayal comes when I now create this ideal. I find myself able to trust this person, whether that trust is earned or not. Usually there'll be the grander betrayals, the grander levels and feelings of pain and hurt and trauma that we want to put into our body. It generally comes when we trust somebody. Thank you for the likes. Thank you all for tuning in. When we trust somebody, you can't really be betrayed by somebody you don't trust. All right. So we'll start there. And if you agree with that, definitely let me know already in the comments. Let me know in the chat. There's a poll, and it says right now, you know, are you ready to step into your power? And this is what this says off the rip. You know, either you're absolutely ready for one of the answers. I want you to go ahead and vote. Even if you watch this live afterwards, in the live chat, check the live chat. You're going to see people streaming in, dropping comments. Or it says, you know, are you going to go one step at a time? All right. So are you ready to step into your power? You're absolutely ready right now, or you're going to take it one step at a time. Right now, we're not going to take anything less than that, because this is where we got to watch for betrayal. You know, betrayal will have you start questioning and second guessing absolutely everything. But what I want to tell you is, and this is, I literally sat and, you know, for 2 days, I've been thinking, 3 days, I'm like, God, what do you want me to talk about? What am I supposed to go live about? And I didn't get anything. Nothing came. And it was because I needed one more step. And that one step happened last night, when I walked up on a random cafe, and it's like, boom, all the quote unquote suspicions that I had was validated, and it came true. And what that did was it also broke my illusions about how my last relationship was and who I was dating. Okay. These illusions came crashing down last night, and that shit was painful. And this is the reality. So recognize that this reality of betrayal, recognize the fact that you were right about exactly what you were feeling, the intuition you had, the one that you probably ignored, which now creates a sense of self-betrayal, okay? Because you knew the answer, you knew it was right, you knew what you were feeling, you understood the hidden motivations, you understood what was underneath and beneath the surface, and you decided to give that person you cared about, whoever you feel betrayed you, you decided to give them the benefit of the doubt. So this is where betrayal is. I want to start this off on this live, and I actually have a mantra right here that I wrote myself a couple of days ago, and I would like to read this mantra. And on the other side of you, whether you're watching this live or on the replay, I would like for you to actually say it on your side. You know, feel free to type it in the chat to confirm what lines resonate with you the most, and I try to read them one line at a time. You'll notice that I actually put different colors in, and I did that for a reason. Because it helps me to break up my thoughts about where I was going with this. So I'm going to read this just to start, and I'm going to let you check in with me, all right? And I want you to know that during the Scorpio season, what you can expect is the rebirth, okay, baby? This is the rebirth. You see the phoenix on the shirt today. Understand that this entire season, these forms of betrayal, these illusions that are breaking, the hidden motivations for understanding, the deeper meaning behind what the pain in our life actually means, the deeper meaning behind why we keep falling into these karmic and these cycles of just, again, like foolery and fuckery. This right here, this season, this next 4 weeks or so in Scorpio season, is basically, the way I look at it, the descent into darkness. Okay. This is just a reality. I've been telling people that this is happening starting Virgo season, and Libra season was like the next step into it through the desire of material success, the desire of material wealth, the desire of material uh, of social status. Okay, which doesn't have to be the material self, but social status. Being able to show up as somebody that everybody else likes. All right, this is the descent into darkness. This is descent into loneliness. You're gonna notice that Scorpio season is where now, when everything's coming out, the loneliness is going to be the fucking nail in the coffin. You're going to recognize it's going to be the nail in the coffin. So right now, I find it really important to check in with what your spiritual practices are. All right. For me, one of them is saying a mantra every day. And, you know, I'll be honest, shit's been real tough for me from an emotional standpoint. Shit's been real tough for me from a letting go standpoint. And when I mean letting go, what I'm saying is letting go of my illusion, letting go of my ideals that may have been guided through the eyes of lust, okay? The eyes of this ideal, this image that I wanted to have, not accepting the entire reality. But here's what I'm here to say, okay, before I read this mantra. You weren't just wrong, okay? Whoever listens to this on the other side, you weren't just wrong. You weren't just all the way off. And, you know, now that this one truth has been revealed to you, everything else is just fucking in shambles. You lost you know, don't let that one pain, that one person that fucked you over, that one person that you feel stabs you in the back, that one person that you feel didn't have your best interest or the same level of interest that you had in them that they had in you. Don't let that break your trust. Okay. Your trust may be abused. Your trust may be abused. Your trust may be damaged, but it's not broken. All right. It's not broken because if you're listening to this right now, you're on the other side of this, you're probably somebody who really, really, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, from the best place in my heart. And so comment anything if this resonates with you. And thank you for your vote right there. Really, I need us to take a second to accept that, you know, if you were walking in integrity, all right, you may have had a couple slip ups here and there. You may have questioned if the moves you made were really in alignment, if your actions were matching your value. But when you step back and you look at it like the spider on the wall, okay, just imagine there's a spider on that wall and it's watching me watch you and you watch me, and it's just there, it's in silent, and it's just observing. When we could take a look at what's looking at us, okay, we could step outside of our body and we could take a look at what's looking at us, you're going to recognize that, you know, you were in the right space, you were in integrity, because if you feel betrayed, then you were literally operating through integrity. You felt betrayed because you gave your trust, you gave more of yourself to the person you feel that has turned on you, the person you feel has knocked you out. But recognize that what we need to really do is turn inward. We need to look inward. Okay, this is the descent into darkness. The descent into darkness isn't some evil, bad, you know, heebie-jeebie shit. The descent into darkness is the descent into yourself. It's the descent into loneliness. And as we allow ourselves to reach the bowels of our own shit, okay, the bowels of the things that we feel we hate, the things we avoid, the parts of our mind that we ignore, the parts of, you know, our heart that we want to lock away. When we descend into the darkness, into the loneliness of ourself by choice, okay, there's a difference. Like being able to be alone and being lonely is two different things. When we descend into the depths of who we are, okay, and we look at what are the things we value and we look at our actions matching those values, this is the magic right here. This is where the magic lies. But in order to do that, in order to get there, I think that it requires some extra support, okay? Whether that's your favorite YouTube person that's going out there and speaking a message that resonates with you, or whether that is thank you for your vote right there, or whether that is somebody, whether that's you sticking on your mantras, whether that's you sticking on, you know, your Muay Thai or your karate class, or whether that's you singing. What I really want to say is it's a time that you got to really take a second to express yourself, okay? Because if you don't get that energy out of your body, it will become toxic and poison within your body. And this is a season in the Scorpio season where, you know, being right about your intuition, about, you know, the bullshit that you knew, but you chose to give people the benefit of the doubt, being right about that is only a step. Okay. Honoring that is the next step to really secure that I'm absolutely ready for what new is to come. Okay. Scorpio is all about transformation. It takes the things that, could have used improvement, could have used a little magic touch, and it transforms it into something more beautiful, into something more valuable, into it enriches your life. Okay. The entire thing of Scorpio is the death is required for the rebirth. Okay. It doesn't just die and stay dead. It's not just going to skip the stage of death and just be born. It needs all the elements. Okay. It needs both elements. It needs to accept that we can't just keep starting new beginnings and never grieve on the back end. All right. This is where the Scorpio new moon is going to really impact us in a way that forces us to set new intentions for the next 6 months forward around our interpersonal relationships, around the investments that we make with people in business that we're with, and around our emotional depth that we allow others to see. It's going to take us in this Scorpio new moon is coming up on the 4th of November. It's going to take us a moment to forgive and transform that pain. And I think that in order to do that, we have to recognize that there are unseen forces that are also just against you. There are unseen forces that are not necessarily against you, but they're here to test you. All right. So to ignore that, and thank you for whoever's watching right now, to ignore that you're being tested right now, to ignore that, this thing that's being seemingly ripped out of your life, whether this is a behavior of yours yourself, but it's a person that you love, okay, whether this is your resources that are just crashing and crumbling down, all right, whether this is trust that is just being somehow ripped out of your life and you feel like, this person across from you is responsible for it. I need to say, take a second to pause and recognize that it's more than that, okay? It's bigger than this. It's bigger than the person that you feel hurts you right now. This person didn't hurt you, okay? This person was an opportunity for you to grow. This person was an opportunity for you to recognize what the fuck that you don't go back to. Don't go back, okay? Don't go back. I don't care how bomb the sex is. I put a video out there like, don't care how bomb the sex is. Don't go back, especially because of that. I don't care how much money this person had. Don't go back because of that. I don't care the type of security this person provided you, whether it was a home or different versions of resources. Don't go back, okay? I don't care what the real reason is. If you go back, okay, you will lose. I need you to understand this. If and when you go back, you will lose. If and when you go back, you will lose. Okay, listen to me again. I need you to confirm this and type this in the chat. If you go back, you will lose. There's a reason that it's back. Okay, this is a season after this Aries full moon where it's requiring us to go forward. All right, forward. So I want you to repeat this with me. This is a mantra that I had wrote out for myself. Now, this is specific to me, so I will be honest about that. But if it resonates, it resonates. If it don't, it don't. Okay. If you feel like there's a line on here you don't want to repeat, don't. But the one that resonates, do. All right. I'm gonna actually type this so that you can see what it's saying as I speak it out loud. All right. So I highly recommend that you get a mantra somewhere, somehow. All right. I am a magician who can see, feel, and be open and free myself from limitations. I creatively, all right, I want you to say this out loud with me. I creatively use my gift to enrich. I use my gift of enrichment, excuse me. I wish I had this typed out earlier. To step into my purpose away from distraction. Okay. I call upon my spirit guides, Mother Gaia, which is the earth. Okay. This is the birds that you hear singing in the background. This is nature. And the ancestors. All right. The people who laid the path for you to walk with me through discord. All right. Discord being arguments, being just, not getting along together. To walk with me through discord. To walk with me through discord with discernment. Okay. Really use that intuition of yours. Use that. in light of empathy. Okay. So this is the key when it comes to betrayal, when it comes to, like, right now you recognize that you're right. You recognize there are some people in your life that didn't belong. You recognize you gave your energy to people who just didn't deserve you. And you valued yourself by accepting and recognizing they didn't deserve you, and you made some tough choices. Like, I had to make some tough choices to not go back to my ex. This is just a reality, like, to not go back, to recognize that, yo, Pernell, you need to value yourself. You need to fucking honor yourself. You need to recognize what your mission and what you're doing here is of real fucking purpose. It's a real fucking reason that I'm here, that I have to go through these moments of pain. This pain isn't here to fucking debilitate me, okay? I'm not crying all this morning where now I'm like, I gotta go on this live with glasses because I know my eyes are fucked up, okay? It is what it is. Like, I know my eyes are fucked up. I'm sitting here walking around the streets of Columbia just fucking crying, bursting out in tears because I'm like, beating on myself through this version of betrayal. I'm beating on myself with, like, what the fuck? Why? Why did I let this woman meet my mama? Why did I sit there and extend myself so much? Why did I sit there and provide the security? Why did I sit there and make sure that this person had food on their table every single day? Why did I sit there and why? But we can sit there and beat ourselves up every day. But this is not going to get us too far, okay? I wanna finish this mantra, and I'm gonna throw this mantra. Emotionally, I detach from stress. All right, stress is a killer. With restraint, and learn to open up via stillness. All right, this is the descent into darkness. The stillness is just requiring us to see, feel, and love our shit. Okay, but I'm gonna go and I'm gonna learn to open up via stillness, but not just that, with a listening. All right, lens of love. This is the key. Okay, don't just cut your shit off. Don't just cut off your heart. Don't just stop wearing your heart in your sleeves and keep it away from everyone else that is actually doing right by you, everyone else that is supporting you. Don't move off and start to expect that, just because this one person has hurt you or broken your trust, that everybody out there is out to get you. And I think that biggest um, this is the biggest difficulty right now with this season, because it's real easy, and I'll be honest, to just allow that descent into yourself to really become a descent into darkness. Okay, it's very possible, and this is why I ask you now to say this piece. I surrender my expectations and celebrate my failure. Okay, I surrender my expectations and celebrate my failure by preserving. All right, this is the key, by preserving my power and staying mindful, all right, of projections. All right, you're gonna see motherfuckers gonna come into your energetic field, and they're gonna start making you think that their thoughts are yours. So you gotta stay mindful of the projections. All right, intrinsically, the ones that you start to embody within yourself, right? You got to check in with the projections. And, like, are these my thoughts? Because Scorpio season is a water energy, right? Like, so this is collectively everybody. Like, I am a Scorpio rising, but this ain't just you as a Scorpio. This ain't just you as a Scorpio rising, a Scorpio moon, a Scorpio Venus. None of that. This is everybody. It's the collective humanity. They're going to descend into the darkness of themselves, if you will. Okay. And now what I want to say is, as the next piece, I release all that is blocking me from loving myself, obtaining a wealth of blessings. Whoever's in here checking with me, thank you. I appreciate you. And accepting all that has transpired. And this is a key verse in my life. In my life. This is a key verse for me. Okay. Learning how to accept all that has transpired, recognizing that all of this is for me in order to bring you a message. Okay, I am here to take the pain and help you mitigate the suffering. This is exactly why you want to sit there and subscribe to my channel, because I'm focusing on astrotherapy, okay, astrology based therapy, where I'm here to, and I had to recognize this, I'm here to help reduce and relieve your suffering more as a facilitator of change, okay, not as the person who's going to take care of everything for you and be like, hey, look, join my program. And after this, here's my promise. I'm going to, give you this, and this, and you're going to just be perfectly fine. No, that ain't fucking true. There's work to be done. Even if I walk you to the well, you're going to have to drink. You're going to have to drink. Okay. And this is really where the next line comes in my expression. Okay. So then I move off of, accepting everything that transpired into my life. All right. Please wash over my mind and body with light and loving energy. I want to feel free I want to feel free to be exquisite in my expression. All right. That junk is key, because this is what happens when you work with narcissists. You work with people who are super duper egocentric or even fucking immature. And this is something I had to recognize. I wanted to believe that my last lady was mature. I wanted to believe that it was a queen, but the objective truth, the objective reality kept showing me over and over and over again that she was a princess. And I have to recognize that this is my fantasy. All right. This is my fantasy. This is my arrogance. Arrogance. This is my arrogance, that I've allowed someone too much access to my leadership abilities, too much access to my heart, too much access that they didn't deserve, and which is where this next line comes in. I call upon my cosmic connections to help me surrender my fantasy, okay, and arrogance with humility, all right, to be a creative leader. And I think that was key for me, because calling those cosmic team, calling your team, you know what I'm saying? Calling the people that are supporting you, calling the people that want to see you do good or want to see you do well. All right. Because right now, if you're watching this, you have enough people who want to use you as a stepping stool. And that's what hurt for me. That's what hurt for me. I was like, damn, I sat here and I'm pulling you out the trenches and I'm with you in the trenches. But the moment, man, that's where the betrayal lies. All right, let me move on to this next piece. All right, God, whoever God is for you, that is who it is. I surrender my superficial desires and ideals. God, I surrender my superficial desires and ideals. God, I surrender my desires and my superficial desires and my ideals. Because desire is not bad. Desire is not bad. All right, but superficial desires is part of what sends you into the descent of darkness. Self-assurance. All right. Bang. So I honor my intelligence via self-assurance and presence. All right. And presence. Here's the last line. I am a facilitator. I am a facilitator of self-empowerment. And this is really a line for myself. But like you said, I think you really should create your own mantra. All right. I am a facilitator of self-empowerment as an elected leader. This is something key I had to learn for myself. As a leader chosen by you, all right? Not forcing myself onto you. But if you choose me, you choose me. And if you don't, then I don't need to waste the energy in that direction, all right? With this revelation that I'm an elected leader as a facilitator of self-empowerment, with this revelation, I shall not, okay? This is where you get real strong. Forget to be mindful. And the reason I say this is because it's so easy when you feel like you knew you were right and they fucking betrayed you anyway, and they fell into the same fucking bullshit that you just saw coming, and they fell for it anyways, and they didn't keep living in integrity, and their words and their actions just kept fucking being in a different direction. However, we just kept allowing ourselves to be disrespected and not valuing who we are and why we're here and what we're here to do. Why? All because then the pain will come when we recognize, holy shit, I gave my trust to somebody that just didn't deserve it. I gave my trust, my energy, my soul, my spirit to people that just didn't deserve it. I treated the fucking princesses like queens when I should have treated the queens like queens. And rather, I treated the queens like princesses, okay? Or like people that didn't have enough worth to them. I'm saying they didn't, or that's a little mixed up. But to kind of get back on track, I had took some mini notes. This is what I want you to understand. Scorpio season is going to teach you how you're a magician. All right. When I say magician, I mean you can practice magic. And this, understand when I look at it as magic. Okay. Magic to me is, and plays into betrayal, order and chaos. Okay. But it's the balance between the two. If you have too much order, you become you live in a totalitarian society. Like there's so much order, you begin to actually go crazy. No one really wants it order all the way, because then you live like a robot. Then you live in the mundane, so much in the mundane where you no longer be able to express your style. You no longer be able to live a life of just exquisite taste and exquisite adventures. Okay, you want to live a life that's delicious. In order to have a life that's delicious, you know what I'm saying, you need chaos, and it's the opposite side of order. If you don't have order, you have chaos. If you look at masculine energy, which can be in a woman as well, you have order. Okay, too much order, you live a boring life that is like, fucking kill me now. Okay. If you have too much chaos on the opposite end, you are never going to find yourself being able to be grounded, and that's going to be tough. So you don't also on the other opposite end of the spectrum, when you only have chaos as a part of your life, as a part of what's happening in your space, then you're also out of balance. So the key thing is to add the order and add the chaos. And this is when you become a magician. This is when you start being able to fuel your intentions, okay, with attention. And this is the base of magic, okay? You need to understand the space of order, chaos, and then the next piece is intention. I'm going to type that in there. Intention versus, and I'll say and, because it's not against each other. Attention. And I got to show it so you can see the word. We've all heard this, right? The popular size of this is the whole law of attraction piece, where it's like, all right, if I put my focus and attention on the people that betrayed me, if I put my focus and attention on the revenge of, oh my God, I knew this, I knew I was right, I knew they were going to do this, I knew they were going to take my money, I knew they were going to steal my woman, I knew they were gonna, and you put all your attention right there. Here's the problem. What happens? You begin to attract that next partner again. So we've all heard this from a law of attraction standpoint. So this is the season right now. These pains in your life, they didn't happen to fucking take you out. God didn't do this to you. Whoever God is for you, a woman or man, fucking white bearded dude, I don't care. God didn't do this for you in order for you to start to hate and cut off your heart and start speaking without compassion and just start, passionately pursuing only your needs and only your desires and pretending that no one else exists in the world and you're the top dog, you're the top shit, and that everything below your expectations is not good enough. That God didn't do that for you to start to hate people and cut off all the future love, all the future connections. If you went through this last season, especially before Scorpio season, and you kept your fucking integrity, you stepped into your fucking power, I want everybody to take the votes at the top of the poll, okay? Because right now we're rocking with one step at a time. And I want you to understand to never, ever, ever mistake the progress of a baby step, all right? Kendrick Lamar said that. He said, never neglect the progress of a baby step. Step, my figure, okay? So, no one needs to be absolutely ready. You don't have to just be ready to the point of like no return, all right? But recognize that there's no return, okay? There's no return. Do not go back to that unhealthy ass fucking relationship. Do not go back to that unhealthy ass toxic sex that you were having, which really ain't even all that good because of how it was destroying you on the back end, okay? Do not fucking allow your soul to be absorbed by these energetic vampires, whether that is through you just giving them a listening ear further than what they deserve, and you're giving too much value of yourself. You need to value yourself, okay? If you're a healer, you're a fucking empath, you're a light worker, you're a counselor, you're a mediator, I need you to understand something very, very important. Your time is not fucking free. Your energy is not fucking free. And you should not, and I repeat, you should not continue to let people walk all over your fucking integrity and flip you upside down, left, right, this, and that. You should especially not make them or allow them, okay? Because you have to give permission for this. You should definitely not allow them to then believe and make you believe that you're the fucking culprit, that you're the one doing wrong, that you're the one that wasn't listening, that you're the one that was emotionally distant. Fuck no. Hell no. Man, this is the third time in a row I ran into my ex-girlfriend, the third time in a row. And this is the first time I didn't see her with another guy. And I just sat there and had to say it up straight. I said, look, for me, I got to be real honest, because here's where I fucked up in all my relationships. Are you dating this next dude? Boom. Yes. Okay. This is happening 6 months after you sitting here, 6 days. So you tell me right now, this is happening 6 days, 6 days, 6 days after we sitting here rocking together and doing the do. 6 days. Nah. We got to stand up. We got to recognize the objective truth. The reality of the scenario is the words of I don't have anybody on my mind or eyes for anybody else did not match the action, because the action shows very clearly. Stop judging people by the image and the ideals that we've set up. Okay, stop treating them like they're this rooted tree, this grounded tree that is just stable and secure within themselves, especially when the fruit that they bear is rotten, is poison. Okay, especially when the fruit that they bear is rotten, is poison. Listen, right now we are accepting mediocrity in our life. We're accepting mediocre connections. We're accepting a mediocre amount of money. We're accepting a mediocre amount of attention, and we deserve more. You're sitting here, you're watching this right now. You deserve more. There's no reason in the world that you can't have stability. There's no reason in the world that you can't walk with people who actually respect you. Okay? There's no reason. And the only reason that this actually continues and it maintains, the only reason that this continues and it maintains is because you are currently unwilling to look at your shit, okay, and accept what that shit looks like and make changes so that you don't keep stepping in the same shit. And in order to step in your power, first we have to become aware of what is that shit? Why do I keep attracting the same type of energetic vampire? Why do I keep attracting the same relationship that I keep feeling betrayed through? You feel me? Where did I just get 17, 18 notifications on WhatsApp? What the hell is going on? Okay, that was crazy. So check in with that mantra, all right? I wrote this down for you guys. Check in with it. It's actually all through the chat. You can see it step by step. And what I try to do is I try to put it in the description. I highly recommend that you find ways to ground yourself. I truly believe that a mantra is one of them. And I'm going to read this again to you without having to type it into the chat. And I highly recommend you guys to not only vote on the thing, hit the like and subscribe button, because, yeah, help your boy out. But I'm going to read this again, all right? Bang, going to hit my little buzzer. I am a magician who can see, feel, and be open. I free myself from limitations. Okay. I creatively use my gift of enrichment to step into my purpose, away from distraction. I call upon my spirit guides, Mother Gaia, and the ancestors to walk with me through discord with discernment and light of empathy. Emotionally, I detach from stress with restraint and learn to open up via stillness and a listening lens of love. Okay? Listen through the lens of love. I surrender my expectations and celebrate my failure by preserving my power and staying mindful of projections intrinsically and externally. I release all that is blocking me from loving myself, obtaining a wealth of blessings, and accepting all that has transpired in my life. Please wash over my mind and body with lighting, loving energy. I want to feel free, to be exquisite in my expression, not mediocre. I call upon my cosmic connections to help me surrender my fantasy and arrogance with humility, to be a creative leader. God, I surrender my superficial desires and ideals. I honor my intelligence with self-assurance and presence. I am a facilitator of self-empowerment as an elected leader. With this revelation, I shall not forget to be mindful. Okay. This is for each and every one of you right here, right now. I highly recommend that you rock on it. This resonated. I'm checking in with you. Ooh, come on now. Hey fam, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? We're gonna get busy. What's going on? I see you, Sarah. I see you, soft skin. Powerful. Let me check in with the comments. Yo, cause we're gonna talk betrayal today. We're gonna talk about this shit. We're gonna get this one out. I really resonate with I surrender my expectations and celebrate my failures by preserving my power and staying mindful of projections intrinsically and extrinsically. Beautifully worded. Absolutely, soft skin. And I really appreciate you for commenting on that, because, you know, this really came from my heart. I had to write this down. This is how I finished it. I'm sorry. This is how I finished it. Thank you. This is really thank you to myself. forgive me. Again, this is me asking to forgive myself. I'm sorry. This is me apologizing to myself and not going to continue to fucking guilt trip and shame myself on what I feel like I've allowed. You know what I'm saying? The lies that I've just gave permission for people to fucking walk on my integrity. All right. I'm sorry. All right. And I love you. And this is the last piece. All right. I love you. Please forgive me. Thank you. I'm sorry. And I love you. This was key. And I say this daily. I say this daily to continue to practice forgiveness. We're walking up on just, quite frankly, death. All right. Scorpio has the perception to see all the bullshit. It saw all that bullshit up front, and it damn sure sees it now, especially when it's getting high powered and a punch. So what I want to tell you is anyone that feels like they've been betrayed, use that fucking pain, use that trauma, use that betrayal as fuel. Okay. Do not, and this is the toughest part of it all, do not go seek revenge. Do not seek vengeance. Do not seek to take and tear somebody down the way they tore you down, because that was not God's plan for you. Okay. That was not God's plan for you. God's plan is shown on the other side of the grass. When you pass this next stage of betrayal, this next stage of trust being shattered, broken, or just tormented, when you pass that stage by going inward and focusing on what you need to fucking do to transmute that pain and that trauma into rocket fuel. Okay, this is the tag. This is the cover that I put on here. Into rocket fuel. I need you to transmute that pain to rocket fuel. Put it somewhere. Okay, don't keep it inward. Express this shit out. For me right now, this is one of those forms of expression where it's like, look, if I'm not coming out here and talking to you guys on this, I'm gonna be honest, like I will be completely fucking depressed in these moments. This is the truth. But instead, I'm deciding I'm going to put this shit out because my pain right now needs to be transmuted to rocket fuel to take you out of the fucking bullshit circumstance that you're in that makes you want to continue to watch this video. Okay. Let me help you take you out of this bullshit narrative where people are allowed to walk all over you. And let me remind you that you fucking knew from the beginning. Okay. You knew from the jump. You knew from the jump. You knew from the jump. The people that didn't belong in your life, the people that were taking advantage, stepping on you like a stepping stool. You knew from the jump that they weren't real. Okay. You knew from the jump that the tree that they said they were telling you they were an apple tree. Okay. But the poison apples was coming out. So they didn't tell you the part where, you know, they were sipping from the fucking, you know, the well of betrayal. They were sipping from the well of dishonesty. Okay. They didn't tell you that the tree was being fed by the well of dishonesty, that it was raining bullshit and as a part of its growth. So now that fruit of the tree, recognize when it's poison. Okay. Don't go ahead and bite that apple. Don't bite that apple. Look at that apple and recognize that apple was spoiled. That apple was spoiled, and then trust yourself, because this is where betrayal comes in. This is where betrayal seems to be so hurtful, so harmful to our ego self, okay, to how we identify with who we are and who we're becoming. And this is why it becomes so debilitating, okay? Betrayal can become so debilitating when you start recognizing that the hidden motivations you've seen from the people across from you up front. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the subscribes. I appreciate you. I see you guys pulling up. Thank you for the votes. I see you. Appreciate you. I see you're absolutely ready on the poll. I see some of you taking one step at a time on the poll. You ready to step into your power? Use this pain as rocket fuel, baby. This is the creation energy. I love it. I love it. This is why I need you to say, you're listening to this right now, I need you to say thank you. And you say thank you. I made a song this morning. That song was 10 minutes long. It was like 9 minutes, 50 seconds. And, you know, part of that shit was just me telling the truth. It's like, God damn it. God damn it. God damn it. You know what? The truth is, I'm fucking mad. This is the truth. To not try to hide that, I'm mad. I'm mad, I'm mad, I'm mad, I'm mad, I'm mad. I'm mad because I keep saving hoes. This is the reality. And it was, I almost felt myself so reluctant to say that because it breaks my illusion, right? It breaks my illusion that I keep being a provider for hoes. I need to stop that shit. I need to let that shit go. I have to recognize and observe this poison fruit, okay? I need to observe my energetic imbalance. I need to observe the feelings, the intuition, the truth that was telling me the whole time, what's up? I need to observe that. I need to accept that. I need to recognize that this is fucking fact, okay? To step away, detach for a second, and step into reality. And reality was, God damn it, Pernell, you got to stop saving these fucking hoes, period. You got to stop saving these hoes. Period. You got to stop letting the narrative that, there are no good men out in the world to sit there and make you say, well, fuck it. Like, if y'all going to treat me like this anyways, then I'm going to go do. No, don't let the betrayal take over. Don't let the vengeance take over. Don't let the revenge fucking poison your heart. Don't become that same rotten apple tree of the people that are making you feel like you can't trust yourself anymore. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. I want you to type in the chat, I trust myself. And I'm going to type the same shit right now. I trust myself. No fucking games. And I need to write it again because I misspelled it. And I'm gonna affirm this affirmation. Simple. I trust myself. I trust myself. I'm checking in with you, Sarah. I'm leaving behind an old mindset and old beliefs about myself that were complete lies. Absolutely. Power to you. Power to you. I dance in the rain Monday and let the idea of self wash away. Betrayal of self. I'm leveling up. That's how you transform. Period. Woo, you sound like me. I got to stop the distractions pulling me from consistency. Once I make a mistake again and again, choice, I choose better. I trust myself. Affirmed, I trust myself. Affirmed, soft skin, I see you. Amen. You only have yourself in the end. Absolutely. But that's not just simply true, okay? In the end, do you only have yourself in the end? Probably not. Probably not. Because you know what? Somebody more likely than not is going to be at your funeral when the end comes. So the key with this is when we feel hurt, and I'm telling you, I'm fucking hurt. Okay, this is the reality. I was hurt last night. I was hurt this morning. I was fucking crying my eyes out. This is one of the reasons, like I said, I'm wearing the glasses. But it's like, do we only really have ourselves? Because this is what we got to watch the mindset of. When that trust feels broken, we start to believe that the whole world can't be trusted. We start to believe that, everybody around our environment can't be trusted. We start to believe that I only got me and it's always going to be that way. I came into the world alone. I'm going to leave this world alone. That is an absolute truth. You came into this world alone, unless you came in with a twin, and even still, you came out the canal by yourself. You're going to go into the casket alone. That is absolutely true. But the people in the lives that you've impacted by not allowing yourself to let these narratives of you can't trust nobody ever again, by not allowing the narratives of I'm going to fucking make that person pay. Okay. Allow yourself to space to forgive. Listen, if you're watching this, I have a workshop coming up. It's a donation-based workshop for the Scorpio new moon. Okay. It's going to be in the weekend, November 6th. The moon's on the 4th, but it's going to be on the 6th. And I'm going to take you through a movement meditation. Okay. Literally getting you to move the energy. Part of where we store a lot of our energy is on our hip. Oh, wow. I just heard that crack. In my lower back being the foundation. Okay. Yeah, every part of your body has a representation. And that was me breaking up the old beliefs right now. It's me breaking up the old beliefs that I am alone, that I will only survive and prosper alone. Because it's not true. Because I know the truth is. The truth is I provide, I prosper in a, okay, that group's not big. For me, it is, I got to accept that. It's not a big group. But I prosper. Okay. I continue forward. And I find strength through community. Okay. But the community just ain't fucking everybody. Everybody can't keep rising to the top. Okay. Everybody can't go. And to recognize that, like, you know what? This trust is betrayal. This was only broken because you were transcending. All right. You were stepping and leveling up. And the people that you feel have betrayed you, that illusion only broke because they couldn't go to the next spot with you. And then the ending seems like, oh, you want to like put. I want to think about that time that my ex-girlfriend helped me through the airport, and I was literally coming into the country in a fucking wheelchair, and I want to glorify that moment. You feel me? I want to glorify that moment. Like, oh man, I wouldn't have made it through the airport without you. I want to glorify that moment, but is it that fucking true? No, because I would have had my own fucking wheelchair, and I would have been goddamn wheelchairing to the goddamn airport, to sit in my chair, to get off the airport, to get back in the wheelchair, and I would have did the do. So it's like, look, we need to take a second. You have a new business line. Yes, I see you, Missy. Thank you. We gotta stop glorifying that one good moment that we feel like we had with that person that hurt us to the fucking core. Okay, that person that we allowed into our space, that we allowed to betray us because they didn't even earn our trust and we gave it to them. And that's why we feel betrayed. These people didn't even earn your trust. They ain't even earn it. They fucking actually showed you from the beginning that they did not walk and live in integrity. They didn't speak with integrity, and all that shit was a front. It was a front. You got food. Listen. I got food. I was fucking food. Okay. This is the simplicity. This is where the power lies in just saying the truth. out loud, you fucking got me. Good for you. And you know what? Thank you. Because all of my current success and all that rocket fuel that you just gave me through this pain, I'm going to fucking blow this shit. I'm going to blow all these creative projects of mine out of the water. I'm going to grow and blow all these collaborations with other business owners and other partners around the world that I've been doing. I'm going to blow that bitch out of the water. Thanks to you. Whoever you were, even if I don't know who you are and you still snaking me out, you still dogging me behind my back, and I never even caught wind of it, you know what? Thank you anyways. I'm going to throw that shit out into the ether, okay? Thank you and fuck you. Thank you, fuck you, but thank you more than I say fuck you. And it's just that simple. Listen, you know what? Because for me right now, there's more power in the expression of saying fuck you. There's more power in me saying, you know what? God damn it, Pernell, I fucking dated another hoe. This is just what it is. I dated another hoe. That's just what it is. Because after the first guy, the second guy, the third guy, how many fucking guys does it take for me to just accept the reality that holy shit, Pernell, holy shit. This is why your next level is blocked. Because you got bandwagon energy draining the fuck out of you while you being a stepping stool at the same damn time. And I still have trouble being honest with the objective truth. So here's the objective truth, Pernell. I'm going to sit there and say this out online. Be real about it. What the fuck? You was a hoe. I let that shit happen, and I gave permission for you to walk with my integrity. And that's my fault. But part of me now stepping into my power. Right now, I'm absolutely ready. Okay, wherever you voted on the poll, right now, I'm not on a step. Okay, I was step in as I was recognizing how to really obey my intuition. I was step in at that point. Okay, one step at a time at that point. That shit's done. Okay, right now, I want you to use this pain, use this trauma, use this anger, use this form of betrayal. Don't fucking fall into not trusting yourself and thinking that everybody around you is just not for you. Don't fucking fall for that shit. You are trustworthy. You are the shit. Okay, you are the shit. You are showing up every single day, and you gave that person, whoever this person was, business partner, friendship, romantic interest, your mother, your father, whoever they were, whoever you feel betrayed, you gave them your best. Okay, don't let your best become your fucking worst, because we don't forgive, because we can't forgive, because we rather just fucking put that person through the same pain that we felt. This is the hardest part in the Scorpio season, baby. This is why we're in a descent of darkness, because you're going to see these motherfuckers come out the woodworks, and you're going to recognize that they've been in your backyard this whole time, snakes slithering in your garden, and you need to cut the fucking grass. And when we cut the grass, we need to recognize that the apples that have fell and that were hiding in that dirt, that were hiding in that long, tall grass where the snakes were, those apples were poison. Recognize the fruit that this person has bared, okay? Not what the fuck they told you, but what their actions show you, okay? The actions are the fruit. Listen. I trust myself. I see you affirming it. Mowing the city. People are going to come out in and out of your life, your whole life. People can be fake pretending they like you. I had to brace my dark side. And you know what? This is what I'm going to say one more time. Fuck them. Listen. Fuck them. Listen. Fuck them. Listen. Sorry. Fuck them. Fuck them. Fuck them. This is just that simple. This is just that simple. You know what? These people are out here. These people are dogging you. And it's cool. It's cool. What makes this even better is to use this shit as rocket fuel. Okay? Use this to enrich your life. Do not allow this to destroy you. Do not allow this to poison your mind. Do not allow this to poison your heart. You have a good heart. I'm here to tell you, you have a good heart. You have a good heart. You know how I know your heart is good? Because you put that shit on your sleeve and you allow somebody else to see it. Okay? You allow somebody else to see it. And I know that shit was difficult. And I know you didn't want that to be the it, but you allowed that person to see it. You allowed that person to touch it. You allowed that person to feel it. You allowed that person to join with you at a deep emotional level, at a soul level. You allowed that. And it's the only reason why it hurts. But I swear to God that God will bless you. I swear to God that you will be blessed. Okay? Because listen, I've been studying astrology and I've been watching the pendulum swing, and all the people that are here that aren't doing the real shadow work, people that are here that aren't living in integrity, all the people that are here that are just really fucking don't have your best interest in, and the people that were down here that just keep getting walked on, the people that we keep letting walk, we letting people walk on us. Understand that, right? We giving them permission to treat us the way that we are being treated. We have to step up and say, you no longer have permission nor access to the best parts of me. This is the part you have access to right now. And it's just that simple. And I'm going to take it back and I'm going to say thank you. I'm going to say thank you because you have become my rocket fuel. You motherfucker, you have become my rocket fuel. And I'm going to blast off. And the people that have been walking with me, the people that have been true, the people that I still want to have that trust in, that I don't want to break because somebody else was vibrating on this low level and I let that shit in my energetic sphere, I'm not going to let that low energy vibrate and fucking pull me down. No, 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 no. I'm going to have my days where I'm fucking struggling. I'm going to have my days where it's tough. I'm going to have my days where I wake up in the bed and it's like, damn, P, you know what? You're an entrepreneur. You don't even got to get up. You could just fucking lay in the bed. And I'm going to say, you know what? I hear you. And you fucking right, but you know what? We're only gonna do this. We're gonna make the bed. I'm gonna get the fuck up anyways. All right, we're gonna get up, P. We're gonna make the bed. We're gonna get up. We're gonna make the bed. We're gonna get the fuck out because we're gonna use this pain. We're gonna use this pain for rocket fuel. Okay, you were right, Pernell. Don't fucking lose your dignity. Don't lose that drive and that vigor for life. That vigor to love hard, to love purposely. Don't lose that, okay? Because I have to accept that there is somebody out there is right now in this world who's probably watching me on the other side. They probably, I'm almost guarantee you that the people that they're just waiting for you. They're waiting for you to transmute that pain and to let this shit go. They're waiting for you. This is like a channel message coming through right now. These people are waiting for you. Somebody that you don't even know is watching you right now. Somebody you don't know is watching you right now. They waiting to step in your life. They're just like, look, that is a good woman. That is a good man. And I've been watching this person. That person is stable. That person is continuously doing the fucking deep, tough inner work. That person is not running. That person is not immature. That person is actually making me feel stable. I don't get butterflies with this person. Somebody's going to come into your life. You're not going to get butterflies with them. You're just going to feel safe. You're going to feel secure. You're going to feel emotionally fucking appreciated, okay? Your gifts, you're a fucking amazing chef. Somebody's going to value that, okay? They're going to value that. And they're going to be like, you know what, baby, let me wash the dishes for you. You cleaning the house when that person's having a bad day. And somebody's going to say, you know what, baby, let me rub your feet. I love you. I appreciate you. And here's a sign of my appreciation. Somebody out there right now, I swear to God, I swear to God, I swear to God, I feel it in my everything. It's in my throat. It has to be expressed in this moment. Somebody is on your team. You are not alone, okay? Do not let this betrayal befool you into a lack of forgiveness, okay? Listen, this is why this is part of my mantra on a daily. I say this to myself at the end of this mantra. Thank you. Please forgive me. I'm sorry. I love you. Listen, I'm going to say this. I'm going to read this to y'all one more time because we're going to get it. We're going to get it. I'm going to read this to y'all one more time. And I want you to literally say this on the opposite side or comment something in the chat that you want this goes through. Ready? I want you to repeat this. I'm going to hit my little thing. I am a magician who can see, feel, and be open. And I free myself from limitations. No more of this. No more hitting the roof, okay? No more hitting the roof. I creatively use my gift of enrichment to step into my power, away from distraction. I call upon my spirit guides, Mother Gaia, that's the earth itself, that's the nature, that's the fucking birds, that's all the things that are talking to you, your intuition is telling you, through the earth, put your feet in the dirt, it's telling you, through the ancestors. Look, ask them, walk with me through this discord, but with discernment and light of empathy. Emotionally, I detach from stress with restraint and learn to open up via stillness and a listening lens of love, okay? Don't let that love get tormented and twisted and dark and ugly in your heart. Whoever has betrayed you, whoever has broke your trust, they broke themselves. Fuck them. I surrender. This is the key. I surrender my expectations and I celebrate. All right. If people walked out of your life right now, they will listen, hit that subscribe button for me, hit the like, listen, we going in. Somebody, go ahead, share this with somebody you know that's suffering. I'm here to use astrology as a form of therapy to help you to master your response to suffering, okay? And right now, this energy is requiring us in Scorpio season, the Scorpio new moon, to let go in order for that other shit on the other side of the grass, the part that's greener, that grass that you always wanted, that iconic grass. Something is calling you over there, baby. I'm telling you, something is calling you. It's reaching out to your soul, and it's saying, baby, 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 slow down, slow down, slow down. I know you're angry. I know you're mad. I know you're stressed. I know you hurt. I know that person broke your trust. I know that person betrayed you. And I know you knew. And that's why it hurt so bad. You knew. You knew. But it's time to let go of the story. It's time to let go of the belief. Okay? It's time to let go of the narrative. It's time to allow your values and how you value yourself to transform. It's time to allow you how you find security within your being, within your essence, within who the fuck you are. It's time to say, this is who the fuck I am. The new me, the evolved me. Okay? The integration of my pain. The integration. Okay? Fusing the integration of my pain into something fucking beautiful. Listen, I surrender my expectations and I celebrate. You deserve to celebrate my failures by preserving my power, okay, and staying mindful at the projections intrinsically and externally. Here's the key about preserving your power, okay? When we stop giving these people our energy, our time, our effort, and our everything, when we stop giving them and we say, I'm absolutely ready to step in my power, like you voting. I see that vote. I see those things on the are you ready or one step at a time. At one point, people were taking baby steps, but now I see people just saying, look, I'm absolutely ready. Now I see people saying, I'm absolutely ready. I thank you. I honor you for that. And I thank you and honor you for these likes. If you're watching this on the replay, I want you to check in with the live chats because people are in here, they're commenting, and I want you to get in there. Listen, the reason why it's time to celebrate is because if we can find the strength to let these people go, to let the attachment to these people just transform, okay? It's not to kill. We don't want to kill it. We don't want to get rid of it. We don't want to say, you don't belong in my life. It is a lesson. It is a lesson. It is a blessing and an opportunity for you to take and make something beautiful, okay? Listen, that is how you preserve your power. By staying mindful, recognizing the projection that people are giving you, okay, the way they're looking to make you feel like you did something wrong, like you're the guilty one, like you're the fucking dog, like you're the one that was emotionally distant, all that shit that hurt you, okay, that really hurt you, but it didn't hurt you because you already know, all right, you already know, so it hurt you, but you saw it coming, baby. I see you. Don't intrinsically accept that as your guilt, your fault, your shame. I release all that is blocking me from loving myself. Claim it. Say it out loud. Obtaining a wealth of blessings and accepting that all that has transpired in my life. Accept what has transpired in your life. Whatever has happened, the pain that has happened, the guilt that you've experienced by deciding that you got to set some boundaries and you got to make some shifts. You got to call some shots, okay? Do not let people fucking guilt trip and shame you into thinking that you were wrong. You knew all along, baby. I need you to comment in the box, and I need you to say, I knew all along, because you knew. Whatever it is that is paining you, you knew. Take that pain and transmute that energy into rocket fuel for your projects, for your business, for your love life, okay? Call in those beautiful people. What's up, Quentin? I see you, homie. I see you in here live. What's up, baby? Checking in. Thank you, Wild Harmony. I appreciate you. Big love. I'm gonna throw some love in the chats. Listen, I'm right now going through an affirmation for people, and I highly recommend. If you scroll up, you'll see all the affirmations. I typed it out once, and I'm just saying it out loud because this is the third time. Because I was like, look, we got to get this right. I accept all that has transpired in my life. Whatever has transpired in your life has happened to help you grow and to see where your weak spots were, where your illusions lie, where your ideals were just too far over here when the reality was too far over here. The reality is you're only hurting because somebody you allowed to break your trust. The key thing is you've allowed. Oh shit! Listen, can I get it? This is my new amen. This is my new amen thing. My little sound bowl. It's my new amen. That's my new amen. It's like music to my soul. It's so healing. Listen, this is the next line in this mantra. Please wash over my mind. Okay, don't let that mind get in. Don't let that mind tell you. Look, that mind is so linked to that ego. You feel me? It's so linked to that ego. Love and life, man. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That's what you need to tell the mind. Remember earlier in this, we talked about magic. We said magic is chaos and order. But it needs a balance between the two. It needs a balance of chaos and a balance of order. And we said magic is when we set an intention, the amount of attention we give it. So right there, Quentin said, I love life, man. And I was on one of the last lives with him, and it was like, I remember one of the things he said, but right now he's saying, I love life. I love life. That's what my attention is at. I love life. I love coming out here doing these lives for y'all. I love writing these mantras out and sharing part of what my spiritual practices look like. I love life. I love life. I love being able to come on here and take the fucking most painful moments of my life that I just need to express. I love being the one, I love being the one. This one, put the attention at, because this is what's going to manifest. I love being the one to be able to have the honor and the privilege to talk to you here live on YouTube from Medellin, Colombia. Okay. What do I really have to fucking stress about? The people that betray me, the people that I allowed to walk on my integrity, do I really need to put my attention there? Or do I need to put my attention on, thank you, motherfucker, for giving me the rocket fuel to give me all this pain in my chest right now and an outlet, God, to express it on YouTube. That's where I want to put my attention and my energy at. I need you to let go and allow yourself to move on. Recognize that you were lied to. It's just simple. Those motherfuckers lied to you, and it's okay. Tell them thank you. I wrote this poem this morning, and I was like, I was cranking it. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was like, all truth. God damn it. I fell victim to the no. I'm taking that back. Nope. Pause. Oh, I almost did it. That mind. This is why I asked in this mantra right here, because the mind almost told me that the ego really is clever. It really is clever. I had to check in on my words real quick. That's why I'm going to go right back to this mantra, because it's going to keep me strong. I promise you. Please wash over my mind. Okay? Wash over those thoughts, those evil, the malevolent thoughts in my mind that wants to tell me to romanticize all the people that have hurt me and to give them a benefit of the doubt beyond what they deserve. Okay? Step into my value, step into my worth. Absolutely, I'm ready. I'm absolutely ready. God, I want you to say this. God, whoever God is for you, remove the barriers, the people, the influences, and the blocks in my life. Even if I believe that that's what I want, if it ain't for me and you know that, God, help me to let go. Okay? God, help me to cry. Help me to cry and let that release out. Allow me to transform from this current circumstance into something I'm supposed to be, into something in somewhere I'm supposed to go. Allow me to fucking grow and move forward. All right? Listen. Please wash over my mind and body with light and loving energy. I want to feel free and be exquisite in my expression. I don't want to be normal. I'm sick of mediocre. Okay? I don't want no mediocre relationship. I don't want no mediocre love. I don't want no mediocre money. You know what I'm saying? I don't want a mediocre status in life. I don't want a mediocre life. I don't want a mediocre being. I want an exquisite expression. You know what I'm saying? Like literally, I want to feel free to be exquisite in my expression. I call upon my cosmic connections. That's each and every one of you on this other side right now. Y'all part of that. You feel me? Like y'all part of the connection for me. Y'all part of the team. You're part of the team. Because think about it, right? Think about it like this, right? This is what I'm so grateful that I'm able to do, to come on here this live and give y'all the real shit. Okay. Like to not try to sugarcoat that. You know what? All this morning, I woke up, my heart was beating so hard out of my chest, having to come to the realizations that, God damn it, you know what, Pernell, you wanted to believe that person was good for you, and that person was just cheating, period. Period. They were already cheating mentally before they were physically. And that's just what it is. And my shit was beating last night when I had to come to that realization. It was coming out of my chest last night when I pulled up. And it's the third time. And I'm like, oh my God, like, how many different men am I going to see this woman with? And then the watcher try to avoid the fact that 6 days after we sit in there on different levels, 6 days after our last sexual encounter, she's already dating this next guy. How deep was I wrong? And meanwhile, I'm trying to figure out all the things that I did wrong. Trying to figure out all the ways that I could have made something different happen. You know what I'm saying? This is where we got to check in and not allow our broken trust by the feeling of feeling betrayed to sit there and begin to poison our mind and make us believe that it's our fault, to make us believe that we weren't available, that my heart was closed. That's not the fucking truth. It's not the fucking truth. The truth was my heart was fully open. That's the truth. My heart was in full love and compassion. That's the truth. And it still is even right now. Even with me being able to say, fuck you. It is what it is. Because this is me being raw. This is me being honest. You know what I'm saying? Like, in this moment, this is my integrity. This is me telling the truth. This is me valuing myself right now by being honest. And that honesty is fuck you. Thank you. Thank you for the rocket fuel. That's the honest truth for me right now. Thank you for the rocket fuel. I promise you, I will use this energy and I will put this attention in all the right places. Listen, I call upon my cosmic connections to help me to surrender. So thank you all right now for helping me to surrender by allowing this expression on this live. I call upon my cosmic connection to help me surrender my fantasy, okay? My ideals, my illusions around love, around what people actions show versus the words that they're telling me. Thank you for helping me to surrender my fantasy and recognize to detach mentally of how people would know how to feed my ego, how they would know how to feed that lower mind. Okay. Thank you. Help me surrender that fantasy and my arrogance. Okay, help me surrender my arrogance with humility. Allow me to do so without running around thinking I'm the best. You know what I'm saying? Allow me to run around without thinking that, you know what, like, let me do it humbly. Recognize that there's something beautiful that I was able to take from this. And the beauty was that instead of just running for 2 years, a year and a half, the beauty in this and allowing myself to be humble that, you know what, Pernell, you were just out of balance when you made these decisions. Okay. You were not in your power by allowing me to humble the fuck out of my pride and my ego and saying, Pernell, you made some decisions and you allowed it to continue long enough to see the truth and just allow myself to lower what I think I am for a second. Lower the fact of me thinking like, oh, this is my girl. No, just lower those expectations. Okay. And look at the truth. What is objectively real here right now? And the objective real truth was, fuck, I need to go love myself more. And I need to put a cut on the snakes in my grass. Okay. I need to cut the grass and I need to start looking at the fruit that the people around me are bearing. The tree looks fucking beautiful, but when the apple falls, the fruit that it bears, that apple was rotten. It was poison. I need to trust my intuition. I need to trust my knowing. I need to trust myself. I want you to literally type, all 7 of you in here, after you vote, I want you to say, I trust myself in the chat. I'm going to do it right now again. I need you to confirm this. I need you to say, I trust myself, period. Listen, she did it for you, man. Absolutely. And that's why I have to say thank you. That's why I have to say thank you. And I have to recognize that, you know, forgiveness right now has to come from me to me. This is the reality. I have to allow myself to forgive. And this Scorpio new moon, I want to see all y'all in my workshop coming up November 6th. There's a Scorpio new moon. It's just a donation-based workshop. Thank you for that like. I saw you just pull up 7 on the screen. 7 people watching, 7 likes on the thing. Listen, I want you to come to this workshop. It's a movement meditation for forgiveness. It's literally a forgiveness workshop teaching us how to move the energy in our body, okay, literally through a meditation. We're going to move the energy through our body. We're going to focus on empowerment, okay? We're going to focus on embodying these empowering words and mantras that I'm going to be running through you through a channel, all right? I'm just going to be channeling what you need to hear, but there's going to be movement involved. And when that movement sticks, all right, like I said, this is one of my favorite, really, like connecting with the womb and being able to forgive, okay? Because we got to check in with what parts, even as a male, what parts of my feminine energy was abused, what parts of my masculine energy was abused, okay? And a lot of that energy, a lot of that hate, a lot of that fucking disgust, it gets stored in our hips. And so I'm going to be showing you how to really work some of this energy around and out so that we can keep loving with our heart on our sleeve and recognize that even with our heart on our sleeve, we are protected. Okay. We are protected. The worst thing that I've ever allowed to happen in my life was when moments like this happens and I feel the stress of betrayal, for me to then want to bring pain to people in the way that they brought pain to me. This is what I am urging you. Thank you. I see you claiming that. I trust myself. Bam. This is what I'm urging you to not allow. Do not allow yourself to become vengeful and to step into the frequency of revenge. All right. Find yourself able to take this hurt, take this pain, and feel it. Okay, I made sure that I'm not having sex with people. All right, I'm not gonna run away from this through the hedonistic pleasure of sex. I made sure that I'm not drowning myself in alcohol. All right, don't allow yourself to feel it. This is my personal opinion, a sign of true strength when you can actually just sit in your ugly shit that's happening and be able to understand that, you know what, it does suck. It sucks. It sucks. But I will not continue to shame myself beyond the pain that has already accumulated in my heart and my chest and being stored and trapped in my body that's now causing shoulder, back pain, headaches. No, I'm going to find my outlet to express this. If you do not express, you will depress your energy and you will, on the outskirts, externally, you will look sad. You will look melancholic. You will push people away from you who want to love you. Do not fall into the frequency of hate. Okay, do not fall into the frequency that you are currently experiencing. All the dark shit that's coming up to light, all the hidden motivations that are no longer hitting, and you're coming into awareness. You think you were getting some fucking downloads last month? Wait until about 10 more days. I'm gonna say about. I did the astrology report. You're gonna have a fucking hard time. Everybody on here from November 10th to the 17th, all the shit's coming out of the closet. By then, you're gonna get some steps to what's coming out the closet, but by then you're gonna start really, really seeing it, and your perception and the reality of the scenarios that you're in is going to become so clear. It's just gonna hurt. It's just gonna be painful, which is why I'm coming on here early, because my spirit has already told me that I gotta throw this message out there. I asked for 2-3 days, God, what's the message you want me to give to the people? What do you want me to say to the people, God? What is it? What do you want me to say? I haven't done a live in 3-4 days. What do you want me? What do you need from me? And God was like, look, I need to take you through this one last step of pain. I need you to see one more thing so you can remind people. You can remind people not to trust the fantasy and the illusions that they've created in their mind, but to trust what is really fucking there. Because this is my big over and over and over coming. But it's like, here's the beauty. Here's the beauty. This went from a normal 2-year drag out, from a normal 1.5-year drag out to 4 months. You feel me? I'm going places, baby. Hell, you are. You're the chosen one. Each and every one of you motherfuckers watching this video right now are chosen. You were chosen. You couldn't sustain your attention span on this video feed long enough if you weren't chosen. You were chosen. Each and every single one of you watching this has awakened enough. You have awakened enough to actually learn how to receive, okay? Because our receive and our give balance is a lot of why we get into these scenarios of not trusting our intuition, not trusting ourselves, not trusting our knowing, and start falling into the space of self-betrayal, right? Because here's the thing, we can really, really betray you. Like, we often just betray ourselves, and it becomes easier to blame somebody outside of ourselves. And this is why we got to focus on forgiveness. Forgiveness of self. All right, listen, I'm going to claim this for myself. I forgive. I want you to type this in the chat as well. I forgive myself. Listen, you don't ever mistake the power of confirming it. I know right now there's 5-7 other people watching. I see one guy commenting, and he confirmed that he trusts himself. Recognize that. You know what? Quentin, who had to claim that in the chat, it's going to become that much more reality. He put his attention out there on the day. It's early in the day. Okay, it's a Wednesday, maybe Thursday. I got some people who are living in the other side of the world, but he's claiming it. He trusts himself. I'm claiming it, that I forgive myself. Do not mistake the power of just allowing yourself to write it down or allowing yourself to speak it up out loud. Listen, here's the last piece I said on this for the mantra. Say this even on your other side, just to yourself. God, I surrender my superficial desires, okay? Because again, you know, our desire for material things, material success, superficial love, okay? Love to feel a fake sense of security. Thank you, so soft skin. I see you, baby. A false sense of security. Listen, with in partners where we accept unhealthy relationship dynamics in business, we accept unhealthy relationship dynamics in friendship, accept unhealthy relationship dynamics in love. Recognize this. Recognize this. Recognize this. The superficial acceptance of these desires to feel some sense of security, to feel like somebody loves you. So we're going to just put ourselves and give ourselves to the people who we know are going to continuously hurt us just because they're the only one giving us attention, I need to tell you no. I need to tell you stop. If you are accepting unhealthy relationship dynamics for security, for a false and superficial sense of someone loving you, who really is using that energy and draining you, we got to stop. We got to put a stop button on that. We got to put ourselves in a higher frequency. Okay. We got to put ourselves in a frequency of stepping into our full power and just saying, you know what? I'm absolutely ready. Even if it's step by step at a time, look, take those steps, baby, until you fly. Take those steps, baby, until you can run. Take those steps, baby, until you're ready to dive into all of who you are. And let's work with this. Let's see what we got. I forgive myself. It's a difficult process. And you're absolutely right. But this is where community plays. You know what I'm saying? Like, right now, you recognize that soft skin is and I, you know, listen, I am not going to sit here and tell you on the other side of the screen that I just have forgiven myself and everything's good. That's not true. But I can say that in that space of forgiving myself, I'm allowing it to be one step at a time. I'm allowing myself to be strong enough to ask God to let me cry. And from the moment I asked God to let me cry, in the last week, I've allowed myself to cry twice. And I wanted to cry at least 2 more days out of that, but it just didn't happen. But each one of those tears that dropped down my face was another form of a release. It was another form of forgiveness. Okay? It's another step. So is forgiving difficult? Hell yeah. Because if we can all forgive, think about it. The world would be a little bit better of a fucking place because we wouldn't all be acting out of a low frequency, a low vibration of hate, a low frequency, a low vibration of, you know, our ego wanting to walk over everybody else's integrity. You know what I'm saying? Like we would let go of the narcissistic behaviors because, you know, recognize why that stuff is formed. It's formed because people can't accept reality. You know what I'm saying? They can't accept the reality around them, the truth. And so they have to create some false sense of identity, some false sense of self, so that they can begin to blame this ego version of themselves as a narcissist. You know what I'm saying? But you're a healer. You're innately made of love. The vibration at bare minimum, you are innately made of light and fucking stardust and a part of everything on the planet at the same time. You are a part of this wood. You know what I'm saying? You're a part of the sky. You're a part of space. You're a part of the animal that you eat or you don't eat. You're part of all of that. And so, you know, the reason I say this is to step back into the truth. And the truth is you can heal. The truth is you can forgive. Because the spirit that is inside your body, the spirit that you have that is inhabiting your body, that spirit, it doesn't even have the ability to hate. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't have the ability for its trust to be broken. It's just a spirit, it's an entity. So recognize this human flesh and our difficulty to release the parts of our culture, the parts of our conditional upbringing with our parents, the parts of our identity and how we identify with ourselves. Only that can struggle and have a difficult process when it comes to the space of forgiving. But let me ask you this, is this flesh stronger than your spirit? You know what I'm saying? Are you going to allow your mind, to be stronger than who you are at your highest level? The higher consciousness of who you are. Listen, it's tough. The lower mind comes in sometimes and it tells you I'm fucking stupid. It's going to come out and say, oh my God, I can't believe you allowed that shit to happen. It's going to come out and say, oh my God, you know what? Why, Pernell? Why again? How did you allow another mother into your space? You know, it's going to come in. It's going to say, God, I quit. Take me away from this purpose. Take me away from this mission. I don't want to do this no more. Okay? That lower mind's going to come in. I'm not going to lie to you. It's going to happen. And it's going to be difficult. I'm not going to lie to you. It's going to be tough. I'm not going to lie to you. But here's the reality. It's going to happen whether you accept it or not. If you accept it or not, it's going to happen, which is why we got to put ourselves in the frequency of self-assurance. We need to start assuring ourselves and take personal accountability to empower ourselves, okay, to manage and master our response to suffering, okay? We have a personal choice to make to master our response to suffering. Okay, look. Listen, I'm going to type this. I'm mastering, okay, because you're not lying. You're telling you like a verb, which you're in the process of doing. You're not calling yourself a master yet. So this is the humble way to say this. I'm mastering My response to suffering. Okay? Because if we can't forgive ourselves and it's difficult, think about it. That's suffering. Suffering comes in many, many forms. Okay? Suffering comes in many, many forms. But really, I want to show up on the global stage, bro. Being honest, I want to show up as your astrotherapist. I want to show up as the guy able to use astrology to help you through your different forms of therapy. You know what I'm saying? I would love to do that. Here we go. I see you, Quentin. It all goes hand in hand, Pernell. I can't function without my body. It's necessary. And you're absolutely right. You know what? The thing is, ever since this breakup has been transforming. And I was in the mirror the other day and I was like, holy shit, like I look like that, And the reason I say this is my body has been transforming and it's been looking better than ever. It's been feeling better than ever. I've been focusing on treating the body, okay? Because yes, we have this powerful spirit within us, okay? We have the spirit that is giving us our foresight, is giving our ability to be intuitive, is giving our ability to hear sounds and to contact our spirit guides, our angels, to contact our ancestors. It's given all spirits able to do that, but you know what? It still sits in his body. So I've been focusing on taking care of my body, going into the sauna and getting that detox of energy, okay? Spiritually and physically, allowing the toxins in my body to get out. I've been sitting here and diversifying my practices. I've been focusing on boxing as well as Muay Thai. Okay, that's one area, but I'm also going to the gym on another. That's another area. But I've been focusing, I've been feeling it, allowing, I trust myself. I trust myself. I trust myself. I want you to say this on the other side. I trust myself. I trust myself. I trust myself. And part of me trusting myself told me this. It said, Pernell, I need you to eat healthy foods for this next week. Okay. It was just very clear. I wanted this cheese stick the other day, but it was fried. And I was like, oh man, but it's so good. And then I wanted, I don't even know. I think another cheese type stick. I wanted this chocolate, but it was like, Pernell, I need you to have a healthy breakfast. Okay. I need you to go drink a couple extra cups of water. I need you to take care of your body because right now I'm going through a transformation. And Scorpio season is here for all of us. Okay. Scorpio Rising, Scorpio Ascendant, all of you. It's here for all of us. Not just if you have Scorpio in your chart, but if you do, wherever it's at, that's where you're going to be impacted. And you do have Scorpio in your chart. Okay. Every single person watching it. Quentin, I know we have our reading coming up. Everybody else, I'm giving out a 15-minute reading only to people one time. Some people on here have already had their reading with me. And I think they really enjoyed it. So if you are in here, let people know what your experience is like in the chat. I would appreciate that tremendously. But with that being said, I'm giving out that free 15-minute reading. You'll see it attached at the top for anybody. Scorpio Beast, hell yeah, down for it. You'll see that right at the top of the chat for the reading I'm giving out. It's free. It's 15-minute. Quentin, I know I got you coming up. Let's see if I can press. Let's see if this works. Did that work? I'm gonna see if it actually goes to the site. I just try to copy and paste it. Okay, it looks like it worked. So anybody that wants to book a 15-minute reading with me. Oh, look, Calendly not available. Oh, because I didn't get all the words. Okay, I gotta finish the minute part. Bang. This is it. I think the month of October is done. You can't book in October. Just want to throw that out there. November is going to be when the calendar kind of opens back up. All that stuff is on automatic. As is ego. Bang. It all goes hand in hand for now. I can't function without my body as necessary. As is ego. Exactly. The ego is important. Recognize that, like, I always try to tell people, when you were a kid, recognize that your ego protected you. Okay. The ego was the big bad wolf that was able to take all the hits and the blows from your parents and from your teachers and the people that were making you feel more insecure. Okay. The people that were gaslighting you and you were feeling like you were less than or you weren't as lovable. You know what I'm saying? These are the people that you feel like that have stole your flame. These are the people. Your ego was taking the hits when you were a child and you weren't able to do it yourself. I got to hit the bell on that one. Your ego was taking the hits when you were a child, you want to do it yourself. So I learned that when we grow up, we got to make friends. We got to integrate the ego. Okay, we need to stop demonizing it and bastardizing it as if it's this evil entity that doesn't belong in our life. It does belong in your life, and we need to actually throw some respect on the name of the ego, our ego, because it was a part of the identity that took all the blows. And so when we get 30 years old or and above, we start coming back to recognizing that the ego has always been there and that it's hurt. Okay, recognize that there are parts of our ego, there are parts of our identity that's fucking hurt through some of these betrayals, through some of these lies. Okay, the parts that we didn't forgive, the parts that we didn't let go. And recognize that forgiveness is not something that you can just verbalize like I forgive myself and it's just going to be okay. It takes work. It takes work. You know, this is one of the things. Anybody watching? I do one-on-one retreats here in Colombia, in Mexico. I go back and forth. I'm not on the other side of the world. At one point, I was doing the other side of the world, but I'm sitting here and I'm running one-on-one retreats. I want to check people in. You want to find yourself forgiving. You want to find yourself stepping in to who you are, your full power. You want to claim that flame. Okay, you want to sit there and recognize that, wow, I'm having a spiritual awakening. I've had all this time in the corona to do my due, to recognize who I am and realize that my current profession is really not fulfilling me. My current relationships is really not fulfilling me. And you are now at a space where you want to figure that out. Okay, come meet me in Colombia, in Mexico. Okay, either for 1 week, 2 weeks, or a month. That's how I run my retreats, either for 1 week, 2 week, or a month. And those options are out there. Reach out to me, send me a message, drop something, schedule that 15-minute natal reading with me, and we'll go with it from there. I just dropped it in the chat, and come do the work, okay? Because forgiveness is not easy, but when we have support and we have the right tools, I do believe that it is possible. All right, this is major. It's beyond possible. Yeah, man. I see you, Quentin. I want you to yourself, right quick. Focus. You want to focus on forgiveness for yourself, real quick. I want you to tell yourself. I want you to say thank you. I want you to thank yourself, real quick. Okay, bang. Now I want you to say to yourself. I want you to say, please forgive me. Please forgive me. Now I want you to say to yourself, I'm sorry. I want you to say, I'm sorry. Now I want you to say to yourself, I love you. I want you to say, I love you. I want you to say, thank you. Please forgive me. I'm sorry. I love you. I want you to say, thank you. Please forgive me. I'm sorry. I love you. Listen. Thank you. I'm typing it right back in the chat. Please forgive me. Bang. I'm sorry. Bang. I love you. All those parts that we try to lock away and we try to pretend that they weren't as valid, okay, because we've allowed people to gaslight us. We've allowed people to sit there and make us or help us believe that we weren't as in control as we are. You're going to notice in this Scorpio season that you are in full control. And this is why these demons around you are fucking acting up and like, they're like coming out of their body. This is why this is happening, because you are in full control. And people are recognizing that they no longer have control over you. They're recognizing that they no longer have domain over your mind and over your body and over your heart. Okay. People are recognizing this. And so they're going to do their best. They're going to do your best to make sure that you don't die out of their life. They're going to do their best because people are going to start recognizing that no one was as good as you, that you are the last person they wanted to lose, that you were the only person that was supporting them, that you were the one that was telling them, hey, I don't know about that person. And, I don't know if they got the best interest in you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you was helping them duck and dodge all that bullshit. And they're recognizing that you had to start making your own decisions to step into your power and make a new step, to adopt a new belief, to write a new story about how your past looks, about how that betrayal was, and start recognizing, damn, I betrayed myself, but I forgive myself, and I'm cool with that. I'm going to use this pain for rocket fuel, baby. You know how much fuel and how powerful it needs to be? How the consistency of rocket fuel? You know how much firepower you need? Take this pain and fucking blow, baby. I need you to blow. Listen, let me check in the chats. Thank you. Please forgive me. I'm sorry. I love you. Bam, I see you. This is a good practice for mirror work. Absolutely. Absolutely. I need you to go ahead, look in the mirror. I need you to just sit there. This is my mirror for the moment. I could use the camera, but I'm just being funny for a second. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Listen, you say that every day, and you really look at yourself. You know what I'm saying? You really take a second in the mirror. You know what, Quentin? The mirror is actually with this last relationship where I made my stand, because I remember just being so frustrated, and I had to take a walk. I was like, all right, I just gotta walk away. In this last relationship, I was like, I gotta walk away. And when I did, I looked in the mirror and I saw the tears in my face, and I saw the red in my eyes, and I saw the drain. You know, I saw my eyes were like, they're droopy, and I saw my skin just not looking as healthy as I saw the life and the vigor in me just starting to wither away, and it was being drained. And I looked in the mirror and I said, Pernell, no, this is not the fucking path we are going to walk. We are going to get our shit together. We're going to accept that this shit hurts, and we are going to fucking march into the depths of our soul. This is what we're going to do, Pernell, because you've been here before and you've allowed these moments, this moment where I looked at myself in the mirror, you allowed, matter of fact, it was a point in my life where I couldn't look in the mirror. Because if I did and I saw what I saw in this last night, I wouldn't be able to continue. So instead, I had to recognize I had a glutton for pain. I kept attracting these emotionally unstable, chaotic, and fucking competitive relationships. Competitive, not in a healthy sense. Because of what? I wasn't able to look in the mirror. So Quentin, thank you for saying that. Absolutely. Your words are so powerful and true. Thank you. Please forgive me. I'm sorry. I love you. Every single day. I promise you, if you say this every day for the next 7 days, you come back on the next live and you tell me how you feel. I don't even need to look. You just tell me 7 days after saying this in a row. You come up. I'm telling you, you go ahead and you write a mantra for yourself. I've been now saying this about 4 to 6 times a day because I'm just being honest with myself. I need support. Here's the truth. I need support. I need stability. And right now I need that to be cultivated within myself. I also need it from the tribe. I need it from you guys watching on the other side. But at the same time, more than I need you, I need me right now. This is the real shit. Do it in the mirror. It's hardcore. Absolutely. 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 It is hardcore. You know, last year in the quarantine was one of the first times that I got back to that. Because 3-4 years ago, I used to do it. And then somewhere in the middle, I got into a toxic ass relationship. And this is the one where I lost myself, right? And I struggled to pull myself together, to look at the mirror. And even when then I did that, I could only look at my chest. I was looking in the mirror like at my chest. Then I tried to work my way up to my throat. Then I was able to look at my mouth. And I was like, oh my God, like I see his lips moving. And then eventually I was able to look at myself in the eyes and recognize that was a step-by-step process. But I had to stay in that mirror and just tell myself that I just fucking love myself. I hated to say it. It was so gut-wrenchingly uncomfortable. It was fucking annoying. And it was full circle because there was a part when I did this and I was empowered in my life. And then because of that, I started giving that workout to my personal development clients, right? And I gave it to them as like a little task to do. And I would have them like create some type of saying that they would repeat to themselves in the mirror. And then life had to come back full circle and say, hey, yeah, Pernell, by the way, if you're going to be teaching people in the world, I need you to make sure you keep coming back to these lessons so that you can stay humble, that you don't forget that you're never above the next person. Okay? Make sure you lower that superiority complex down and recognize that you're never above. You're never going to be so far. You're never going to be so advanced. You're never going to have so much money. You're never going to fucking, be so secure in yourself that you can't, remember that I'm on the same level as every single person watching this. Okay. And, that was that. That was that. And then, I had to recognize with myself. I had to be super duper honest. Like, man, I've allowed that betrayal and that lack of trust to turn into not trusting myself, to turn into hate in myself, and to turn in choosing these toxic ass relationships because I started to not honor who I was and value myself, recognizing and starting to feel like, oh man, like I can't get this from the people that are deserving, right? That I actually deserve to have in my life. There's so many voices. There's so many voices in my head that wanted to take me out. They're fucking stupid. Can't believe you fucking fell for that again. Fucking, what up? Who that? Joshua Arnold. What up, baby? Oh man, from high school, Josh? That's Josh from high school. What up, baby? Good to see you. If it is the Josh from high school, a long time ago. What's up? I had to really, really just start Be in the spider on the wall. Here's my recommendation. I want you to pretend that there's a spider on the wall, and this spider is just watching you, but you don't know it's there. Okay, but you have the perception and the eyes and the vision of the spider, and you're able to watch yourself like the spider on the wall and be like, what the fuck is you doing? Like me looking at myself, like, why are you allowing this continuously? Okay, like the spider on the wall. Is that even your thought about you hate yourself or you want to kill yourself, or is that your thought, or is that the projection of the people that you allowed yourself to give so much to at an unequal exchange, an unbalanced and unrequited love and attention and care? Is that really your thoughts? Are these the people across from you who want to keep you there because you're fucking using your pain as rocket fuel, and you're transcending, and you're stepping out of these stories, you're stepping out of these bullshit narratives, and you're stepping into your power, and you're absolutely ready to step into your power? Is it because that's happening and this person across from you recognizes that, and they recognize, oh shit, I'm going to be still at the same level, so they want to hold on tight? This is Scorpio season, baby. I'm telling you, people are going to listen. Yeah, because I can feel them holding on tight right now. Time to let me shape that up real quick. Let's help get that shit out of your system. Listen. We're gonna get it out. We're gonna do another one. Baby. We're gonna get it out. Listen. Okay, that's the one. I think that was about 4 times, right? So with that 4, I didn't even know, but that 4 is telling you to build that inner emotional security within yourself. Okay. Take my man Quentin's idea about the mirror. Look in the mirror, create some affirmations, and no matter how much it pains you, no matter if you can't look yourself in the eyes, like I was telling you with my personal story at first, recognize that, when you're able to start doing this, you're able to start speaking this out loud, it means you're also ready to transform. You're also ready to go into the next step. You're also ready to go to the next level. You feel me? That's what that's saying. Because when we can't express this out loud, when we can't say that means that we still holding on to something. Scorpio season is all about holding on. But I need you to let go. I need you to detach. I'm a Scorpio Rising. I'm a Scorpio Ascendant. Any Scorpio placements you have is somewhere in your chart. I promise you. I need you to let that shit go. I need you to transform that pain into something beautiful. Thank you for listening. Any last minute questions? It's a good time to say something. I appreciate your votes because I think the votes also were super empowering for you yourself. Now's a really, really good time. If you have anything you need to say it. I see we got 9 votes out here, 67% saying that, I asked the question, are you ready to step into your power? And 67% said, I'm absolutely ready. Good for you for that confirmation. 33% said, so that's 3 people out of the 9. They said, one step at a time. And congratulations. Absolutely. Congratulations. Because you know what? That one step is further away from, it's one step closer to where you need to go. I do mirror work almost every day, daily. I do mirror work almost daily, mostly to become the person I want to become. I actually see myself differently in the mirror than the picture shows. My image changes. Absolutely. Because we grow, we evolve. And like I said, look at the power that you're giving yourself through integrity, through honesty, through open, honest, brutal honesty. Look at how integral you are. To be able to say, damn, you were in the minority of the 33% that voted at one step at a time. You were part of the minority. But you said, you know what? I'm not going to see myself as the minority. I'm going to be brutally honest. I'm going to see myself, by being honest, as someone who can step into their strength, that can step into themselves. So I always say, quite frankly, the mirror work is working. Because you were able to openly admit, after identification, you were able to admit the truth. You are the iconic version of stepping, walking, living in integrity, which means that you're safe, baby. That means you're protected. I swear to God. I swear on everything. That means you're protected. You are safe. Nobody can harm you. Nobody can take your power from you, Quentin, because you are walking in integrity. Anybody listen to this right now? If you are walking in integrity, you are walking in the truth of who you are and who you're becoming, you can't be touched. I don't care if you lose your home today. I don't care if your car breaks down. I don't care if you get this random ass bill, okay? I don't care if you lost the love of your life. Let all that shit go. Let that shit transform and allow it to turn something that's so deep, something so dark, something so painful, something so traumatic. Allow it to transform into light. Because that's what I came here to do today. I asked God, I said, look, God, like, what do you want me to talk about with the people? What do the people need to hear? How can I prepare myself to do this, to go at it? And God was like, you're already prepared, son. Don't worry. I'll give you the call when I give it to you. I just need you to see something first. And I saw what I saw. And that was it. It was the one saying, Pernell, break this illusion. Let that shit go. It's over. Let that illusion go. It's over. I had finally broke out of the circle. Celebrate, baby. You're watching this right now. I want you to just throw your hands up in the air and celebrate. Enrich yourself. You feel that? You feel that height? You feel that height, baby? You feel that power rising? It's that flame, that inner gut. That inner gut. God has been walking and shaping your shit. I'm telling you, I'm stepping in right now as a facilitator to your self-empowerment. Okay, I'm not the one that's going to make you empower yourself. But what I am able to do right now in this moment is be a facilitator so that we can carve out that path, okay, to take the therapy, the real therapy, okay? Not the shit that somebody sitting in a chair and they're telling you, like, tell me all your deepest dark. No. The real therapy is in the action. It's in the development of your intuition and the trust in the divine nature of who you are. That is the therapy, trusting it, okay? Finally just saying, even if I don't trust it, even if I'm not fully there, I'm there, baby. Put the attention there in the future. You there. I want you to close your eyes for a second. And I want you to imagine, when I step fully into my power, what does it feel like? Okay, you don't have to be there right now. But what does that sensation feel like to just embody the future, what you're gonna attain? You're gonna be there. I want you to just close your eyes and just think, what does it feel like to walk in integrity, truly, fully, and brutally honest in my power? What does it feel like? And I tell you right now, for me, it feels like security. You know, for me, it feels like there are no butterflies. You know what I'm saying? There's no nervous excitement. It feels like a stable ground. It feels like harmony. It feels like peace. It feels like even the chaos that we do have, that it's welcomed because we know how to transmute that chaos. We know how to bring order to that chaos. And all the order is not too orderly because then we allow some space for the chaos. But what it feels like is we just fucking manifest what we want, how we want it, when we want it. But it also feels like we're secure in all the pain that's going to come in conjunction with the things that we've asked for. That's what that feels like for me. That's what it feels like for me right now, stepping and being into my fucking power. It feels safe emotionally and it feels secure. It feels like I value myself so much that I will no longer allow people to use me as a stepping stool. And I'm telling you right now, if you're watching this, I don't care who you are. If you're trying to use me, you're gonna die. Like I'm telling you, like, I don't care if you're rocking with me and you like me or not. If you're trying to use me, you're gonna die because that energy is on auto defense. It's on auto kill mode right now. Literally, it's on auto kill mode. If you're not supporting me with good intentions, good vibes, and you're on the other side of that camera, I don't care who you are. If you're on the other side of that camera and you wishing bad on me, I feel sorry for you. And I say thank you because you're giving me that much more fuel for my rocket ship. And I'm going to the top. Listen, let me check in with the comments. I really enjoyed your energy. Thank you so much for sharing. Hell yeah, soft skin. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Anybody that's watching this, notice we got the calendar right there. Okay. We got the 15-minute free rated reading right there. It's right there. So, utilize it. Do what you do. Do what you do. I'm just going to say thank you. I'm just going to say thank you. Let me check in with the comments and see what we got. I see we got some new faces. Thank you all for voting. I definitely see you. I see you. I appreciate you for that tremendously. That's why I'm giving out everybody one time. I can't do it for everybody more than that once, but one time, for supporting my dreams, I'm giving out that free reading. Listen, here we go. I said one step at a time. Bang. I agree with that. Bang. Your inner child is beautiful, man. This is what we all need to find. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Quentin, for that affirmation. Because I'll be honest, it took a lot for me to be able to get out here and processing for me. Because like I said, I don't really believe that we can come up and show up so vulnerably for things that we haven't processed. Because I think that in that moment, like what can happen is, it could just be just chaos, and it could be missing some of the order. Remember I was saying before, real magic is chaos and order and finding a balance between the two. So, my emotions raw when it's unprocessed, it's just chaos. That then comes out to me wanting to be vengeful, wanting me to get payback, want me to fucking, if I'm being honest, want me to knock somebody the fuck out. Like I'm in Aries. Like this is what it is. Like this is my childhood, which is somebody did me wrong, I would just knock them out. And I had to realize that you can't just go around hitting everybody, Pernell. Like I thought it was a real reality. I thought that like I thought it was like an eye for eyes. Like somebody hurt you, you could hurt them. And for me, that was a part of it. And I can't say that's right. It ain't right. It was my learning lessons. But that was all chaos that had no order, right? So I didn't have any order. It was just chaos. And then eventually it's like, okay, you get in trouble with the law. I can't hit nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't just go take my anger out on the guy or I can't do that. And so it's like, okay, how now am I going to express? And part of that expression is through my voice. Part of that expression now is through my voice. So it's like, I thank you for that, because this whole inner child shit took a long time, bro. Honestly. And it's still working. Like to be able to actually be parallel in my pain and in my suffering, but to also be in my strength and be able to express with emotional vulnerability and honesty what's happening with not only within me, but to give you a story to relate for you. Okay. So thank you. I want to honor you for that. Really enjoy your energy. Thank you so much for sharing. Soft skin, bang. What I got. Think about this. Since becoming adults, we've bottled up our inner child energy. Once you crack that cat, it's on. Hell yeah, it's on, baby. What it feels like to step into your power. Samir. What's up, Samir? You still here? What it feels like to step into your power, Pernell. Yeah. I mean, I was just telling that. I was kind of telling that before. What it feels like for me to step in my power is to attract secure, emotionally stable, and empowering relationships. Relationships that don't really come with so many conditions. It's like, we're not gonna be running some joint project, some creative project, but then that project is dependent on if you feel like you got enough attention today, if you feel like you got enough validation, attention. It's like, fuck, we're running a project together. You know what I'm saying? Like the attention is on it is on us. So I think for me, what it feels like to step in my power is to be secure, to not have butterflies. I had to learn, like, I used to get so caught up in the fairy tale of like, oh my God, like my knees feel weak with this girl. Like I get so weak in my knees, I can hardly breathe, I can't help myself. That ain't love, yo. So for me, stepping in my power, it ain't that. It ain't my knees getting weak no more. It ain't butterflies ringing off and making me feel like, oh my God, like this nervous excitement, like this is the one. That ain't it. For me, stepping in my power is emotionally secure bonds where when I step into my power, it feels like I'm stepping my feet into the ocean. It's calming. When I put my body in the ocean, when I step into the ocean and I step in that sand, I get instantaneously grounded. I feel calm. I feel secure. I feel harmonious. Okay. That's the dictator of self-empowerment, to help them to master how they show up with the responses of how they deal with their pain, how they deal with their suffering. So when I feel like I'm in my power, there ain't nobody that I really can't help. They may not be ready to be helped. And I'm just going to know that intuitively. And I'm going to be waiting right there. We'll be waiting right there when it's time, when they're ready. Not everybody ready to go ahead and take a one-on-one retreat. That's fucking intense. And I have to respect that. So stepping in my power is being okay, recognizing that, look, being in my power is when clients are rolling in, okay, when people are taking astrology readings and they're taking on forecasts and they're taking on one-on-one retreats with me, or even group retreats that I do as well, when they're taking on my one-on-one coaching and mentoring services, when they want to sit there and claim their flame, they want to step back into their power, when they want to have that spiritual awakening, me is not depending on the resources of people outside of me, okay? It's me not depending on, I gotta do this because I gotta meet my rent, I gotta meet my bill. No, like me stepping into my power, recognizing that I'm always in my power. And money can't define me. Okay, money's not going to make me switch up. It's not going to make me do the left or do the right. I'm going to be who the fuck I am. So me stepping in my power is fully accepting that. Me stepping in my power is not letting people walk on my integrity, especially in love. Okay, especially in love. I've let some of this happen in business, and I had to learn my lessons. I got burned a couple times. I got burned when I was living in Thailand by a European woman, and it's just what it was. a fucking millionaire. It's like, damn, like, why are millionaires burning me? I'm just some little kid at the time, 3-4 years ago. I'm just some kid out here in these streets trying to make a fucking living by not working for the man and working for myself. Why the hell would millionaires be bothered? But I had to learn that this pain, this suffering, you know, the betrayal of that particular instance, that wasn't for me to start thinking that I'm not out here meant to do business, meant to be a leader in the spiritual community, quote unquote. You know what I'm saying? I don't really give a fuck if it's a spiritual community or not. Like, it's just a word at this point to me, to be honest. But it's like, look, I couldn't allow that to help me step away from my ability to be a facilitator of change, a facilitator of. So stepping into my power is exactly that. It is not allowing revenge and guilt and hate and shame to start running and dictating my life and my decisions. Not to operate from a place of hate for all the people that did me wrong, did me dirty, but recognize that, you know what, God got me. That's me stepping into my power, to recognize that there is a divine fucking entity out there that somewhere, somehow, the motherfucker is looking out for me. That's me stepping into my power. Listen, let me check in. What we got in the comments? So thank you, Samir, for asking that question. Thank you all for your likes and your comments. I used to dim my light, jealousy and envying people. Amen. Remember, like I said in this video, you know, you can see it. Remember I said in this video, you can see it. Okay, this is no question. You know, you can trust your intuition. You can trust what you see right now. I'm telling you, I'm transmuting this message from whoever you consider the people that you look up to, the guy you look up to. You can trust your knowing. Okay, you can trust when you see motherfuckers are jealous and envious. I saw that too. And, you know, the romantic ideal side of me wanted to try to put that as, oh, that's cute. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wanted to like frame it as that's cute. But no, fuck, that's not cute. Jealousy is not cute. Okay. Envy is not cute. Okay. When I had got a contract, I got a contract with a client. And I sat there and said, yo, babe, to the ex, yo, babe, look at this. You won't even believe this. And it was like jealousy, envy immediately came up. And even still, I put the person on the contract. I put the last person in the relationship I was with. I put them on the contract. And I said, you know what? Name your price and we're going to make it happen. And it happened. And I still, even then, even when it happened, the person couldn't believe it. It's like, oh shit, did that really work? And I could smell the envy. I could smell the jealousy. And it all came from there like, damn, I should have charged more. I should have valued myself more. I should have did, you know what I'm saying? Like, so listen, let me not get too far out of pocket right now. Hold up. And for all those people, give them one of these. All right. No shame. Give them one of these. We're in Scorpio season. Okay. Scorpio is a killer. I need everybody to understand this. We're in Scorpio season. Scorpio's a killer. Scorpio is not the killer like an Aries. It's not gonna wield swords and shields and shit like that. No. It's gonna look at you. It's gonna let you know you fucked up. Okay? So when you come across these people who are dimming your light, you know what I'm saying? I want you to actually practice silence, and I want you to practice your gaze. I want you to look at them dead in the eyes, and I want you not to flinch. And I want you to recognize and realize that they can't look you in the eyes. And they can't look you in the eyes for a reason, because they know they lying. They know they stank. They know they cheating. They know they frauds. They know they're not living in integrity. And they know they on that bullshit. Okay? So use all that pain. Use all that deceit. Okay? And transmute that into your rocket fuel. It's time to fuel your rocket ship. It's time to blast off, baby. All right, Josh, let me see what the rest you got. I used to dim my light. No more. Used to. Past tense. I used to dim my light. Used to dim my light. Because I could see jealousy and envy in people's eyes. Absolutely. That's why they probably couldn't look at you either, Josh. I bet you these people couldn't even look you in the eyes with that jealousy and that envy bullshit. Because they was fucking arrogant. Okay? They're arrogant. Unable to humble their pride. Unable to humble their fucking ego. Okay? Listen. I used to self-sabotage myself because I was scared of my success. Let me ask you this. Are you still self-sabotaging yourself? Now I'm in the process of taking my power back. Hey, look, you're taking your power back. So that's a hell yeah. That's a hell yeah. Good for you. Good for you. Like, let's claim this. Let's claim this. Good for you. Listen, who's in the comments? I'm out here and we're facilitating change, okay? We are empowering each other. So as a part of that, here's what I want to say. Tell me what you got to tell me. Right now is a good time. Because I'm out here giving free answer, free game. We're going to just let it do it. I'm not doing it anymore. Absolutely. You damn straight you're not. You're damn straight you're not, because you deserve more. You absolutely deserve more. You absolutely deserve more. Listen, listen. We're gonna give the therapy out. We're gonna do it. And I'm telling you, like, at least my modality, and it's just my modality. I don't make it right, I don't make it wrong. It's just mine. Um, what I'm gonna say is I want you guys to meet up with me. Okay. I want you to come to my next workshop. Each and every single one of you. It's just a donation based. You get what you need to. You don't need to break yourself. Okay. Because it's not about the money. I do it donation based and I don't let it do free because, like, you know what? I had to recognize that people don't value free. Right? There's no value to free. So, by doing free, it's like, how much are you really valuing yourself by just this next free event, this next free event? That's why I do donation. Because it's like, look, I don't need you to have big bank to sit there and try to help yourself. All right, to do the inner work, to do the shadow work. May I ask, what are the conditions before stepping into power? That's a good question. Can we group help? Can we help as a group on this question? Can we type some answers to Samir? Okay, can we type some group questions to Samir? May I ask, what are the conditions before stepping into my power? That's a fucking beautiful question. I want to pause and I want somebody to really type. I'm gonna pause. I'm just gonna pause. All right. I'm gonna pause and I want somebody to really type that answer. What are the conditions before stepping into my power? I have a couple ideas, but I'm just waiting. I'm waiting for somebody. I'm depending on the community right now because we got to come together. We got to come together. We got to stop all this individual bullshit and this division. We got to stop this white black shit. We got to stop this Asian hate crime shit. We got to start recognizing and accept that we are all in the same boat. We are all struggling. We are all suffering with something, and we are all looking to, in some capacity, get better at mastering our response. Okay. While we wait for somebody to actually answer this, what are the conditions before stepping into my power? Get help. Recognize that you're not alone. Like this is one of the more difficult things that I had to accept. That, like, I don't know everything. I just don't. You know what I'm saying? And not even just that, but my emotional world. I had to learn through my astrology chart that my emotional world is very complicated to express and understand without other people. I need to talk in groups of other people to begin to understand how my mind works. And it's part of my challenge. It's a part of my challenge. Like, I don't fully understand until I talk. So when I'm depressing, okay, I'm not expressing. And when I'm not expressing, I'm depressed. Okay. This right now is a form of expression. So you ask, like, what are the conditions before stepping into your power? Recognize what area of your life are you feeling depressed, right? Is it around your money? Okay. So maybe you're not expressing your funds enough. Like, when I was depressed around money, I wasn't putting enough money into the economy. I wasn't expressing my worth out into the economy. Okay. So that was when money had me depressed because I recognized I was being too stingy. All right. That's just money. All right. When I started putting money in the world, that was part of the condition before I could start claiming money. I had to put it out in the world. I was stopping the circulation of the currency. Okay. So that means if I wasn't putting it out, I couldn't get it back in either. And whenever you do put out, you do get it back tenfold. So I think one of the conditions is to kind of, like, think of it from a counterintuitive standpoint for the start, but condition to step back into your power. The next one I would say is empower yourself through knowing yourself. Okay. Self-knowledge is power, and leaders are required in the world right now. And real leaders know who they are. At bare minimum, they're looking to learn who they are. Okay. They're looking to challenge what they believe. They're looking to step up and express what their gift is to the other people. And your gift don't have to be YouTube. Right now, like me being on video, this is part of my gift. To be able to speak off the cuff, that's part of my gift. Okay. Vulnerable on the stage and still sensitive of your feelings while still being fucking very dominant, because I'm still a very fucking dominant forward moving energy. I'm a dominant forward moving energy. I think the key thing with me is, part of the stepping in the power is for me, recognizing when to pause and recognize that, some people need different speeds. Not that I need to abandon my style. Okay. So part of the conditions before stepping into power is recognize I don't need to abandon who I am. I don't need to abandon my style. But part of the precondition for me on this space of expression and this stepping in my power was that, I am also empathetic, right? I am also ridiculously understanding. I am also listening consistently through the lens of love, even when my voice is projecting something more intimidating. This is where I used to let that hold me back, right? That like that my voice or that like my demeanor and my style of communicating is too. But it's like when you get to know more and you like really check in with me, you start recognizing the empathy is there. So that's part of the condition before stepping my power. For me, it's loving myself and accepting all my flaws, building on the good things about my life. Bam. Listen. One of the prereqs right here, okay? Building on the good things about myself. Okay, listen, I want everybody to bullet point 2 good things about themselves. I'm a very practical person. I do not want to come on here to have you feel inspired and then you do nothing and then your life is the same and you feel like, oh, fuck. I'm not that guy, okay? I prefer you not to ever watch my channel if you're going to just come here just to watch and you're not going to make some shifts. All right? Make the shift. So I want you, I'm going to do the same thing, right? I want you to literally come on here. I want you to type 2 things. Everybody watching, all 4 of you at the moment. I want you to type 2 things, and I want you to have them good things about yourself. Build on the good things about myself. So right now, one of the good things about myself that I'm building on is, okay, bang, I got it. It's my sensitivity. Boom, it's my sensitivity. I just typed it out. My sensitivity is one of the good things about myself. Like, and I was just kind of explaining that. My sensitivity is linked. Okay, listen. You asked about prerequisites, okay? I have another sheet. I just did this yesterday. You asked for prerequisites. Thank you for that like, whoever you were. That's the prerequisites. This is a part of me knowing myself. I literally created a diagram about my emotional intelligence, my spiritual intelligence, about my radiance. This is actually from the, what is it called? Gene Keys, right? How my intellect pulls up. You know, what is a shadow? I identify what are the shadows of my intelligence. Okay, part of that shadow for me, you'll see right here, is superficiality. All right, but my gift in this space is to really reassure myself. And when I practice reassuring myself over and over and over, my beautiful light shines in the space of presence. Okay, and that's just for me. So you'll notice these words that I used in here. After after I wrote this whole diagram out, that became my mantra. All these key words. You asked, like, what are the conditions prior to knowing something? That became my mantra. I identify these words of what does my challenge look like. Okay, you know. So one of my challenges is, let's say, arrogance. Okay, arrogance is one of my challenge that prevents me from leadership. Okay, if I lead like a fucking arrogant asshole, then I'm not being humble enough to actually get the message out. Okay, I'm not going to accomplish my life's work. I recognize, like, you know, part of my life work. What prevents me from my life's work? Preconditions. Okay, I think you ask, what are the conditions to step into your power? I think it's also just to recognize, you know, one, to type in and affirm what are the good things you love about yourself. But I'm a big fan of duality, and you know, I on the shadow of, you know, my life's work, the shadow of this expectation. Okay, it came to me at one point that my ex-girlfriend was a gift. But the expectation of what that gift was going to play out to be, let's say the expectation was, the gift was, oh my God, I found my wife. I found the love of my life. But meanwhile, the gift was to show me how much I've fucking evolved already, how much I've already stepped into my power by pulling the plug at 4 months and not allowing it to continue on and on and on, getting disrespected, getting chewed out, and allowing her inner child to just fucking rage in any capacity that it wanted to, without any real direction or purpose, but just to express how immature it is. Stepping into my power by calling the stop button. Okay, so part of it was recognizing expectations and to detach. Like, this is literally like the gift from me, like to detach from my expectation. That helps me get to my life work to help celebrate. Okay, part of my life work is in the space of celebration. So, you know, I love all my flaws. Hell yeah. My sensitivity, bang. Samir, self-control, self-knowledge, when to be calm, when to say when it is right. That's part of stepping in my power, okay? I had to recognize when, listen, for all of y'all that threw that stuff out there, throw that love, baby. Throw that love. That love is for you real quick. Bang. I'm going to do a 3. Claim it. Communicate it. The number 3 is a lot of it is linked with communication. A lot of it is linked with movement. Right now, you know, in order to forgive, in order to step into power, it requires movement. You feel me? Like we got to make moves. We can't just stay still, stuck in our thought patterns. If you just stay still, you're gonna start eventually thinking about some negative shit. If you stay still long enough, you don't fill that time up with these positive things that we're speaking about: self-control, self-knowledge, some of the strengths, my sensitivity, some of the strength, accepting others, some of your strength, just as that you they want to be accepted, some of the strength, the fact that you love all your flaws, some of the strength. If we don't do that, we don't allow that, we losing. We losing. When you're a winner, you are a winner. Okay, you are a winner. So how do you step into it? What are prerequisites? I think a lot of it is checking in with what are your challenges. What are your challenges keeping you from your gift? Because if you can recognize the challenge, it becomes less challenging. When you become aware of what that challenge is, it becomes less challenging, and it becomes easier to recognize what the strength is. You know what I'm saying? Because if we only have the strength, but we don't know what the downside of that strength is, because your greatest strength is also usually your greatest weakness. It plays on each other. So, expectation is the weakness in this scenario for me in my life work. Detachment is the strength. So, that detachment could turn on me if it's not practiced honestly and in a healthy manner, to recognize, am I detaching because I don't want to deal with this shit, because it's too painful for me to face, okay, because I expect, okay, for it to be a certain way? That's how that strength could become a weakness really quick. Being a Scorpio rising, I learned you can't have the light without the darkness. So I accept both, because I learned from them. Scorpio Rising Connect. Josh, are you here for the first time with me? Scorpio Rising Connect. I'm a Scorpio out here too, baby. And I know that this last month for you and for any Scorpios out there has just been, you went through a 12th house transit. It means things are coming to close. Things are coming out of the dark from your subconscious mind. I appreciate you, Josh. I almost thought you were a Josh I knew from high school. So Scorpio Rising, all last month you were going through a 12th house transit. That's Pisces house. That's the house of isolation. It's the house of loneliness. It's the house of fucking darkness beyond dark. You know what I'm saying? Like because Scorpio has the ability to go that deep. All right, it has the ability to go that deep, and they don't want that superficial beef. They want all the smoke. So recognize that we all about to descend into darkness. Scorpio season is here. So Scorpio in general, like you're a Scorpio, you have Scorpio placements that are dominant. You are the star of the show for the whole month. Going into that lunar eclipse in Taurus, November 19th, Scorpio new moon on the 4th. Like I said, 2 days after the Scorpio new moon, I'm running a workshop, donation based. It's going to be helping us focus on a movement meditation. Meditations I learned from the monks when I was living out there in Asia, in Laos and in Thailand. And I just incorporated the movement to help us embody, move. Like I said, 3, and look, it's 3 people on the call right now. Okay, boom, at 3 seconds, 333. That's just magic. Like, look, make the move. Whatever you need to do to honor yourself, to value who you are, and take what you deserve. Okay? Not by force, but with acceptance, but with surrender. Not by force. Oh, my ear is ringing right now. It's like, yes, tell him. You don't need to force it, because nothing real can be threatened. So it's like, look, it's already yours. If you've been living and walking in integrity, it's already yours. So you don't need to force this. Okay? You don't need to go back and make sure that everybody knows exactly what they did wrong to you. No. You give them that fucking look, that Scorpio death stare. Okay? I know my Scorpio rising here knows what the fuck that means. Give them that death stare and just let them know through the look alone, you fucked up. You just fucked up. And now you know. It's no longer hidden from us. I know, we know you fucked up. I know what I need to do. I'm going to take it. Hey, man, take it. Joshua, there's always light and dark side of a Scorpio rising. Samir, you're a Scorpio rising too? Yo, it is our season. I did the astrology forecast. I can tell you right now we're going through a full identity makeover. Okay, we're going through that. This is why I had to wear my Phoenix shirt today, because I knew I was coming on here live. And to be honest, I'm hot. The sun is it's not like beaming on me, but I'm hot. It's the middle of the day. I can smell my armpits because I'm like sweating under here. But I was like, I gotta wear it anyway because Scorpio season is here. You are the Phoenix. We are it is time for us collectively, even if you're not a Scorpio rising, collectively to let this shit die and wither away. These stories, these beliefs, these values, the disrespect that we've allowed, the lack of power that we've claimed. Okay, all that shit. Time to go like this. Let it go. I surrender. Take me away. Take me where you gonna go me? Where you want me to go? Where you want me to go? Pull a joke. Georgia, Georgia. And you coming out of this 12th house transit, baby. But when you come out of the dark, you step into yourself. And so all that dark shit that where we went through this last month, we're gonna bring it into the light. We're gonna literally be reborn. Okay. And we're gonna take that vantage point of the phoenix. All right. So if you got the dark right here, you got the light right here. When you go through that rebirth, you're going through a first house transit. Okay? You're going through a first house transit. Anybody else that knows their zodiac sign, let me know what it is, and I can tell you what transit you're going through. So for Scorpio with this first house transit, what's happening is you're stepping into the renewal of your body, the renewal of your identity, the renewal of I am XYZ. Okay, so quite frankly, like I am a fucking magician. Like this is what it is. Like I transform shit into light, into beautiful shit. Okay, take ugly shit and I make it beautiful shit. Listen, hit me with any questions. Now's a good time. Hit me with anything. Now is a good time. I like that last one you gave, Samir, about what are the prerequisites. Anybody that wants to get a natal reading with me, definitely do that. I got one out there for free, 15 minutes. You want to go ahead, you want to do the full service, hit me. All those links are always in my bio. You can always do it. I definitely want to see you guys at the Scorpio New Moon for this movement workshop. It's going to be based on forgiveness. That'd be pretty tremendous. If you're struggling with forgiving yourself, I want you to pause and I want you to just say and claim it out loud. I forgive myself. I want you to pause and I want you to feel, I forgive myself. Absolutely. I'm saying the same thing. Because man, I could tell you, as a Scorpio rising myself with a Pluto in the 12th house of Scorpio, it's like, man, I recognized that I don't have to keep settling for emotional trauma. How do you do the shadow work? I think part of the shadow work is starting right now in this live, if we're being honest. But I think the first part of shadow work is stillness. To be honest, I think shadow work requires us to take an intentional vow of stillness, silence. Like right now, tomorrow I'm flying out. I'm flying out of Colombia tomorrow. I'm going to go to Miami or Fort Lauderdale, and then I'm going to go to Arkansas. There's nothing in Arkansas. There's nothing. I'm going to visit my father, and like me visiting my father within itself is the shadow work, right? Like I want to cultivate a better relationship with him. I understand that I have to let shit go, and like my viewpoint of him is not the accurate representation. It's not the objective truth. It's the lens, it's the ideal that I created around who my father is, which there within itself is where I betrayed myself because I created that illusion in order to protect myself. You call it what you want, but it is what it is. It exists. So for me, that's the shadow work. The shadow work is, only you know what it is. You know what I'm saying? Only you know what that is. Like you could tell me what it is, and I could tell you like how I would approach that. If you want to give something specific of, what are the parts of yourself? First of all, like what is the shadow work, right? What are the parts of yourself that you just deny? I think that's where the shadow work begins. What am I denying about who I am, about how I feel? You know what I'm saying? Who I am, how I feel. And I had to address that shit last night. Last night I had to pull up. I had to literally say it like it was a complete random accident. And God put me in the same room with my ex-girlfriend. And it was like, is this real? Is it by meditating? Lots of meditation. A lot. Yeah, but for me, like meditation is I learned from when I was living in Asia, I had to learn that meditation is forever. Meditation is not sitting down in a circle and trying to think about your thoughts. Meditation is more about presence, presence, being present. So while I'm talking to you, I'm in a meditative state. Literally while I'm talking to you, while I'm doing my work, meditative state. While I'm washing the dishes, I'm in a meditative state. And all that is observing what's real, what's actually there. Observing the negative thoughts that you have and the positive ones. Just observing. And doing so with love. Doing so to observe with love. Like, look through the lens of love. Like, pretend these rose-colored glasses was the glasses of love. And to look at yourself and look at what's looking at you and look at what is asking for attention. And then to set an intention with an I. Like I said earlier in the call, magic is setting an intention. Magic is determined by chaos and the balance between chaos and order. But when you got that balance and you're practicing, let's say, pure magic, which I like to call it. I don't really think white magic, black magic. When you're practicing pure magic, you set an intention of what your spell is that you're going to cast. I'm going to love myself. Okay. I'm running this project, this creative adventure. I'm going to do the shadow work. Okay. Now, and then once you got the intention with an I set, put your attention on where and how you want this to play out. Okay. Not on all the ways that it can fail. Considering the ways that could fail can help with the stages of planning. But there's another side of this where it becomes a detriment to your health if you just focus on all the ways it'll fail. This is like the Virgo in the zodiac. They're thinking too much about all of the options, or maybe even a Libra. Both. They're thinking too much where they can then struggle to make a decision on what's the right course of action. Where and how do I want to put my attention on this? So I think that's a lot of what's happening. I totally agree with that. Are the North Node and South Node lessons inclined from shadow work? Hell yeah. I think if you want to look, if I was looking at shadow work for starters, what I would look at is I would look at the fourth house. The first house I would look at in astrology is the fourth house, the eighth house, and the 12th house. Okay, here's why. Fourth, eighth, 12th. Because these are all the houses of the unseen. Okay, these are the houses that we can't understand. These are the houses where, the fourth house specifically is talking about our private life and our roots. Talking about the private life and our roots. Okay, that's the fourth house. So, as well as family, which is a part of private life, part of your roots. So, that's where the inner child work happens, right? So that's part of shadow work. So you look at your fourth house placement, if you have one, even if it's just in Placidus, okay? And that's where you can start the shadow work. I look at the eighth house because it's like, now you're ready to go deeper, okay? Because, shadow work, inner child work, that's a very long process. That's not something I think you should try to solve today, right? Let it grow. Recognize that these are deep rooted roots. It's rooted in something deeper, okay? But the eighth house is when you now have the ability, this is Scorpio's domain, where you have the ability to regain your power by transforming the shadow aspects of your mind. The ugly thoughts, the ugly times, the betrayal, the distrust, the fucking disharmony, all the negative, quote unquote, negative things that you perceived that has happened in your life. And the eighth house is where I think you go to begin to master your response to how you respond to suffering. Okay, this is what I look at as AstroTherapy. Start mastering your response to the suffering. Okay, this is where I think the eighth house happens. We transform that dark shit, and then I would say the 12th house, because that's now you're looking at, where and how can you allow your ego to come to full completion and close out. All right, to finally just close out the narratives, close out the stories, close out the lies, close out the BS. This is where I think the magic happens in the 12th house. I think it's the most difficult because it requires you to release everything in the first 11 houses. All of your success, all of your pain, all of your love that you've given, everything, your material items, everything, okay? The status, everything. That's where the 12th house happens. So I think it's difficult in its own way, especially having a Scorpio rising and a Pluto in the 12th house. What the fuck? Oh my God, that placement sometimes rocks me. And I'm prepared to be rocked this Scorpio season. I think part of the shadow work, you got to be prepared to get rocked, to recognize that, you were arrogant for thinking, and I was arrogant for thinking that I knew enough to avoid getting rocked, or, you know what I'm saying? If that was the case. I love breathing meditations because you can do that with eyes open. You can do it all day you want. Absolutely. Let's do a breathing real quick, okay? Let's do a quick one. Take your hand, open your hand, drop the thumb. These two fingers, we're gonna put it on our third eye, okay? Now we're going to take an inhale through this nostril only. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take your ring finger, close your nose. We're going to open the other side. And we're going to exhale for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale through the nostril. Notice the micro shifts in your body already as we switch over. And we exhale for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Switch over. Exhale. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Listen, you're blessed, okay? You're blessed. We can breathe at any moment. I want you to notice the micro shifts in your body right now. I want you to notice the micro shifts. What has changed? What's changed in your state of being? What's changed in your state of consciousness? I think the breath work is amazing. Notice the shifts, okay? That quick. So I'm big on the breath work. The breath work is major because, I mean, I am an Aries. At the end of the day, I have a Scorpio Rising, but I'm an Aries. I have an Aries moon and I have an Aries Mercury. That shit is a lot of firepower. And if I don't tame that fire and redirect it in ways with breath work, let's say, with Muay Thai and boxing, if I don't do that, if I don't transmute that energy, that pain, you know, people get hurt. I begin to lash out like a child, an angry child who has never received the discipline or the structure in order to properly place that energy in a way that will help me blast my rocket ship, okay, to fuel my rocket ship. But yes, I would also say, Samir, the North Node, the South Nodes, that's also where some shadow work is happening because, you know what your past life was and you know what you're trying to step away from in the South Node, right? And trying to step away, direct your energy in good ways. Absolutely. Trying to step away can be painful because it's all you knew. And because you're not just stepping away, but you're stepping away into something new that you don't know, right? So that could be stressful, it could be difficult. So I think within that stress, you'll find some of the work that you need to do. So this is the final one. I'm out of here. I actually need to go get a freaking antigen test to fly into the US. So that sucks. But thank you all for joining. This was a tremendous pleasure. I want to definitely see you guys at that workshop. That will be even a bigger pleasure. And with that being said, anybody that has never got a natal reading with me, I'm giving out a free 15-minute natal reading. And I think it's enough to really answer your questions, right? Like it's enough to get you from the stage that you're currently at to the next spot. So this is awesome. And I'm going to drop both of those. If you don't catch it right here in this live chat, you can see both of those on the description link. And so, you know, feel free, rock out with that. I think this is now the calendar. I have directly the calendar for November because October is already closed. You can't do anything on October. Thanks a lot for your guidance, brother. Stay blessed. Absolutely. I want to see you soon. Anybody on a one-on-one retreat, you coming in. Thank you all for your likes. Thank you for sharing this video with somebody you feel like that needs it the most. It was a pleasure meeting you as well. If I haven't seen you prior, thank you for your subscription. I want to have you joining with my community. I have a community offline. You know, these off socials have become much more important because we already seen some of the blackouts with certain platforms that won't go mentioned. You know, we've seen the blackouts. We recognize that like the power is shifting. We're not always going to be able to meet. The day's going to come where, you know, even this live stream will get shut. You know what I'm saying? It'll get shut down. You know, all the media platforms one day when they decide, it will shut down. So definitely join in with me on some of these off social events. It would be a pleasure. And you have both the links there. Talk to you all later. Thanks for your subscribe. I'm going to get some grub, get my test, and pack my bags. I'm flying out of this bitch. So thank you all. I appreciate you for your support.